I used to be somebody before that freak Ayuz sent his army south and ruined everything. We had a nice racket going on in the land of the Freelords, or what the rest of the Flanes calls the Bandit Kingdoms. We had a territory we ran, and we hustled and stole what we could from who we could. Sure, we fought amongst ourselves, and I'd just as soon stick my dagger into someone from the Freelords as anywhere else. But we always banded together when an outside force threatened all of our businesses. But all that changed when Ayuz came a-calling. Half of the Freelords joined forces with Ayuz to save their skins, and the other half got wiped out or sent packing to the other lands, or down into the rift. I was no hero, and neither were any of my mates. So after the massacre of Steelbone Meadows, we did what any guys in our situation would have done. We hightailed it out of there. The only problem is that everywhere we went, there were old enemies waiting. After finally getting corralled by the Ernst soldiers, I was left to rot in a dungeon, waiting for them to decide what to do with me. The way the gods look at us, I don't think we're gonna like what it is they have in store.
And we are live.
Hello! I'm seeing a black
was
screen.
Anticlimactic. Just bear with. You're in the past, man. I'm
Oh,
living
wow.
in the future. I'm living in the now.
And then it goes, as soon as I said that, too,
Yeah,
it pops up.
you can't look at that and think it's real life. This is
D&D
the
is real life.
entertainment industry. There's a lot of magic and bells and whistles and mirrors and smoke.
Smoke and mirrors, that's right.
Never look behind the curtain. I should know.
We got
I
a
should
professional behind the wheel now. We got.
Oh, here it comes. That's fine. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 14th episode of Return to the Bandit Kingdoms. You know what sucks is like last week, Verona sent me like a page with like phonetical pronunciations of like 13 different languages to say 13, and I didn't use them. So I guess what I'm trying to say is
That's what you get for trying to help us.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so I blame the hour lateness on Verona now. Of course I don't.
Yeah, he was too busy. He was too busy trying. He spent an hour trying to figure out how to pronounce all of the different ways to say 13.
That's true. And so I just said screw it. And then went away with it. Okay, so anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to the 14th episode. I am Will DM. I will be your DM for this evening's festivities. Well, we got something really good gonna happen as soon as we pop off. So I guess we should just get into it. So what we will do is let's go ahead and introduce the boys here. Let's start over there with you, Jairus. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, who you're playing, and again, as always, if you so choose, you can tell us something special about yourself.
Sure. So my name is Jairus. Interesting fact about me is my memory resets every 14 weeks, so I can now officially not remember a time before we turn to the Bandit Kingdoms. This is
Luckily, it's available on YouTube, podcast, so you can just go back and listen or watch it over.
Exactly. That sounds great.
But I'm playing Raleigh. Raleigh is a half-elf. He's a sorcerer. He just found religion, so that's exciting. He's trying to cope with the death of his mother. And
was it that
and
quick?
also now Three Toes. I'm sure he's gonna be really torn up about the death of old Three Toes.
Was it that quick? You just or you just have a real particular shine for Zendra? Is that what it is? Maybe.
No, it's like Raleigh found I don't know, Tritherian Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. All right, I'm down with that. I got no problems.
That's going to be my next band name.
Yep.
That does sound
Theory
cool
of
as shit,
Jesus.
though, doesn't it? That's 100% punk, right?
Yeah. Go back to my punk roots.
All right, let's go directly south of Jairus there to Steve. Steve, go ahead. You know the drill.
Hello. I'm playing Wyndon, a former and now current criminal. He's recently been reunited with his old mentor, Merc, who is just a delight. Yeah, he's hoping to make some money out of this horrible ordeal he's in.
Okay, I got to ask you, is Merc everything you thought he would be and more?
Yeah, he's doing it. I like him. I think he's actually got a good play. Wyndon can play off him pretty well, so yeah.
Good. All right, well, we're going to go across the screen there to good old Michael, where it does still say 3 toes, but
Hold on. We don't. What the, I mean. The world, and including Adam, doesn't know what's happening. So
that's right. So what's
is no more longer with us.
It appears. It appears. All those questions and more will be answered tonight. I'm sorry, Michael. Go ahead.
My character appears to have buried himself and committed some form of weird ritualistic suicide. So I don't know.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows, we all hate Michael right now because he is actually in Vegas. and he's so committed to Return to the Bandit Kingdoms that he's taking his time out right now of partying until he drops to squeeze in a game.
Yeah. So when I was in Louisville.
The free beer was done, or I wouldn't have came. If an hour later, you wouldn't have seen me here. But it was over, so there was no point sticking around.
Yeah. When I was in Louisville, I just had nothing else to do. But now Michael is really actually committed.
Louisville, Vegas. Vegas.
All right, directly north.
I would like to mention this lovely pencil I was given. I've never heard of this before. It was given to me at this convention here. Apparently, when you're done using your pencil, if you throw it away, it'll grow basil.
Whoa.
What?
It has
That's
basil
incredible.
seeds like in the top up here somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
Done using the pencil and throw it away, it'll grow into a basil plant.
Seems kind of like Elvin.
It's a druidic pencil.
I think there's actually a artifact in the DMG that lets you grow a tree out of a thing. So this is kind of like that.
Wow.
So we all expect to receive ours in the mail. That's all I'm going to say. You can't just show us something like that and then not come through.
Yeah,
I just want a
cook with
card
a lot of
that
basil.
says a basil pencil tree was planted in your name.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm getting all you guys for your birthdays. All right, directly north of Michael is, of course, the illustrious producer, Adam. Go ahead and, you know the drill. Go ahead and do it.
Woo, Adam, I love you so much.
Hey, thanks everybody, and I appreciate the warm welcome. Anyway, I'm Adam. I'm playing Silver Wolf, the Ranger. I mean, we're 14 episodes in. If you don't know anything about him, then you got to start over. If your memory resets like Jairus's does, just go back and start from the beginning. Yeah. Something about me. I'm tomorrow. I actually start rehearsals for a play based on Dungeons and Dragons, which was the only reason I auditioned for it. Called She Kills Monsters. So if you're in the New York area and like off Broadway productions,
that basically means somebody's grandmother's basement, right?
It's actually in the performance space. The theater is in an old mansion turned into a museum, right on the water. So it's got beautiful views. So if you don't like the show, you just go outside and you bask in the glory that is Mother Nature.
I bet that building is not at all creepy at 3 in the morning when you're there by yourself. That's just totally not.
Well, apparently, and this is the first time I've done a show there, but apparently in our rehearsal space is right across the hall from the Mummy. So that should be cool.
Nice. Well, that's good. And can you tell everybody who you're playing?
Yeah, I can. Sure. Yeah, my character is Miles. Basically, the short version is there's a young woman whose family dies horribly in a car accident, and she, while packing up the house, uncovers her sister, who was a teenager, her Dungeons and Dragons module that she created. And plays through this module to learn more about her sister. And I play her boyfriend, which means I'm just here for the eye candy. You know, that's why they cast this guy.
That's probably why they got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lock that down.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Interestingly, I'm the only one in the play that initially doesn't like Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, whereas I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in the cast that actually plays. But we'll see. I'll find out tomorrow.
There you go. And of course, I'm Will DM. Let's see. Something about me. Okay. Not once, but on 2 separate occasions, I almost got into a fist fight with Denver Broncos.
All of them?
Both were
the actual football team?
Well, players from the football team. One was an offensive lineman. I don't remember his name. This is back in the 90s when I used to go clubbing all the time. The other one was it was some other receiver. I don't know who he was, but he was in a group with Rod Smith. And if anybody watches old school Broncos football will know who he is. I did not actually fight either of them.
It's probably a good idea.
Probably good for you.
Yeah, I would. I'm sure I would have got my ass kicked, but, a little. But, yeah. Because, I don't know, they were rude, and I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah. So instead of She Kills Monsters, Will's play is going to be I Fight Broncos.
No, it'll be I Get Beat Up on Broncos. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a short recap. And then after I do the short recap, we will go ahead and just dive right in because we've got some good shit coming up here. So basically, the characters have gotten they've been going back and forth what they're going to do, who they're going to talk to. What they tried going the route of getting in bed basically with Raleigh's dad, and that turned into a bad deal because to try and prove a point, Raleigh's dad killed his mom in front of him. Tried to make him do it to prove his loyalty to him and to the outfit, and he would have nothing of it. So yeah, things kind of fell apart there. Let's see. Wyndon got in with. There it is.
It's fine. Just you're in the past, man. You're in the past.
I totally am. Wyndon got reunited with his one-time mentor from back in the day, Merc, and actually Three Toes went and spoke more with Zendra, Paladin of Tritherion, and trying to find out or recruit her or in her underground of rebels. But from that, it wasn't extremely successful in recruiting him. Essentially, Zendra told him, hey, if you guys need me for something, I'll let you know, and vice versa. But, her plans are not as grandiose as the press-ganged opportunists are. And so, but Three Toes did find out the location, the hidden location of the remaining neural priests that were hiding out in Rookrist, which led eventually to the entire party going to the slaughterhouse, which operated as their front in a subterranean vault or lair or whatever the heck you want to call it. There were, of course, the priests of Neural ran into Doxton, an old fellow that Three Toes did know, a lizard man who is now actually the head priest of Neural. And Three Toes decided to undergo the ceremony of becoming a priest, something that he had attempted and undertook before in the past, before he left Rookrist before. And it was an extremely harsh ritual. Essentially, they knock him over the head, bind him, throw him in the pit, and then throw in a scythe for him to try and cut his bindings in enough time before they bury him alive. And Three Toes did not succeed. At least it didn't. It appeared that he didn't, but as the rest of the fellows were kind of bummed out and getting ready to leave, there was some rumbling and whatnot, and from the open grave in which the ceremony had taken place and had been filled in and burying Three Toes, and out crawls a different version of Three Toes than everybody was used to. Now, I am going.
I like to call him.
It appears that it might be that. So I'm going to go ahead and let's. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we've got a new map I just put up there for you guys. And there's one thing I'm going to retcon, because essentially there was a neural priest that had stayed behind with the ceremony was conducted by the neural acolytes and the couple of priests of neural that were still there. When it appeared that the ritual was unsuccessful, they all left, but one of the priests was left behind to just essentially watch and make sure for an extended period of time. Originally, I had that priest just had left when the body of Three Toes was crawling out of his grave, but we're going to say he's still in the barn where the ritual had taken place. So, and there it is right there. So what I want you guys to do is to go ahead and drop your tokens out here onto the okay. There's big ass Raleigh.
Big ass Raleigh.
Knock him down to size a little bit
That's
here.
gonna be, instead of a T-shirt, that's gonna be a bumper sticker.
Big ass Raleigh.
Big ass Raleigh.
Put it on your Prius.
Okay. So let me just see something here.
Another fact about me: I do have a Prius.
Do you really? That doesn't surprise me. I mean, you don't eat meat, so.
Yeah, so that means I have to own a Prius, and vice versa.
Yeah. I think if you were to like ask people on the street, hey, if you didn't eat meat and were a vegan or whatever, what kind of car would you think somebody like that would drive? I think most people are going to say Prius.
Yeah.
I think they're cool cars. I'm just saying. I'm not ripping you much.
Shame on you for being environmentally and I don't know, ethically
Right?
conscious, you son of a bitch.
I've got a
Like-
friend who hunts, fishes, does all that, and he drives a Prius and a Volt. So
There you go. He's environmentally conscious.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we're only missing Ash. Here,
Maybe he just thinks they look sexy.
Oh, look at how big Ash is.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sorry. You guys don't know his name yet, but that's the other priest in Neural that was.
That's Johnny Cash, man. He's in a Ring of Fire.
That's right. Well done, sir. Well done. Okay, so there's Three Toes, man. He just remember he crawled his way up out of this dirt. That right there is the filled in. It's a little bit bigger than it should be, but who gives a fuck? He stood there and he turned around and looked at you guys, and he had the orange eyes, and he like opened his mouth and said, "Rah." Okay, so he doesn't look undead. He looks like just dirty, and the fact that he's got these orange eyes is really the only thing that's, well, that and his mannerisms are the only thing that's really not Torito-esque. Now, as you can see there's your barn where the ritual had been taking place. There are some, as you can tell over here, there's some piggies. There's some sheep over there.
They slaughter sheep, those savage bastards.
It's a slaughterhouse, man. Where else do you expect priests and Neural to hang out when they're not in the temple sort of thing, man?
I just don't expect them to slaughter sheep.
I doubt they're slaughtering them.
Yes.
Where do you think
This is-
lamb chops come from?
I
Right?
don't think about that, Michael. That only depresses me.
Okay, so you know, it's Three Toes. His clothes are tattered and whatnot from being and crawling his way out. He's he's dirty from head to toe. Just streaked dirt, and it's looking at you guys.
So Raleigh steps out in front of everybody and kind of puts his hand back. He's like, "Relax, guys. I know how to handle this." And he fumbles for his like 6-page little pamphlet he got, and he's kind of flipping through. And he's like, "All right, orange." Guys, hold on. And he's checking it multiple times. I don't.
So while he's fumbling around for that, is there anything else?
Yeah, I turn to the other priest and say, "Is this supposed to happen?" As I pull out a. Oops, we just lost somebody. We lost Michael. There he's back.
I'm here. Yes.
Okay.
So I turn to the priest and say, "Is this supposed to happen?" As I pull out my bow.
And you have full control over that priest, Michael.
All right. So yeah, no, the priest says, very strange. No, that's not how it happened for me a few months ago.
Okay.
It's a test. It's a
At
test.
that time, now, Three Toes sits there with. He's talking and saying something, and then he thrusts his hands up into the air like this. And
I let loose an arrow.
okay, hold on. There's some fellas just start. So who here has seen Jason and the Argonauts?
No.
No! Oh my God!
I've heard of it.
None of you guys are Harryhausen fans? Oh, I am.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I've seen what?
Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh.
But I think I know what you're talking about, though. I know what you're talking about.
Where the skeletons come crawling
Oh
up out
shit!
of the
I
dirt.
think I have seen that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Okay. All
That's
right.
1,000,000
I
years
still
ago.
have.
Right.
I can
Right.
imagine skeletons.
Okay. If you haven't seen it, that's your
Imagine.
homework.
Yeah, everybody stop watching the stream. We're going to shut
Go
things
right
down
now.
for a couple hours to watch Jason and the Argonauts.
Hey, you know what? We could just stream it. We'll just stream it here. So essentially, when he thrusts his hands up, the dirt along the outside of where he was buried starts to ripple, and it pops up, and dust, clouds of dirt comes popping up, and then these skeletal arms pop out, and it's like they pull themselves up and out of the ground itself, because it's a dirt floor in here in the barn, and they pull out, and they're all armed with swords, and then he points at you, gentlemen, and the skeletons start coming after you. So we will go ahead and roll initiative. But you did say you'd gotten your bow ready, and so let me go ahead and get this all cracking.
There's a kraken?
Oh,
Yep.
shit. This is getting worse.
You got
It's
it.
definitely worse. Skeletons, kraken.
All right, what am I doing? Initiative. I lost my character sheet here.
I do not have control over this token, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I will fix that. Get the statistics out here that I need.
And is that initiative? Cannot be. No, I have 3. Okay, that makes more sense. Like, that's not right. Yeah, I knew I had stuff figured out. All right.
You know why? Here, I'm going to delete it. Go ahead and you drag and drop them out onto there. That'll fix it, I'm sure.
Alrighty. I immediately grow to twice everybody else's size.
Oh, but then mysteriously you shrink.
This whole thing is fucked up.
Okay, so where am I? There.
Alice in Wonderland in it over here. Rico's got 3 eyes, green or orange eyes, 3 eyes.
3 eyes, 4 eyes. It's all the same. Okay, so let me put those guys there. So let's roll. Oops. And of course, it didn't. I didn't have it on somebody, so okay, I'll have them. Okay, that out of there. Grab this guy. That should do it if I do it this way. Oh, look at that. Look at you guys. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and... Here we go. Okay, oh, so you'll get to go ahead and shoot your arrow first.
Technically, I could shoot 2 of them, because
okay.
I get 2 attacks.
Yes, okay.
And I was shooting them at, before, as the skeletons are coming up, I was shooting them at 3 toes, so...
I was assuming as much. Okay,
yeah,
that's
so... A 16?
And let's see. 16... Let's take a look here at... oh, that does hit.
It's only 7 points.
Okay.
He hasn't been hit yet. And then the second one... 12 misses, I imagine.
Correct.
I guess that's when the skeletons pop up. Kind of freaks me out, and I just I
right?
shoot off to the side a little bit.
All right, so that's your first round there. So we're going to go into the draw here. So these guys here are going to move. All right. So. Okay. All right, so that's all they get to do. They come shambling toward you, rattling as they do. Because, skeletons talk, obviously. Yeah. All right. Oh, look, it's Silverwolf's turn again.
I say, what the fuck is going on? I take a step back, because I can't really go any further, and I'm just going to shoot an arrow at, or 2 arrows, rather, at this guy over here in front of me.
Okay.
Longbow. 17. Does that hit the skeleton?
It does.
It's 11 piercing. I don't know if that actually does 11 on him, but... and then a 20 for another 9. So, what is that? 20 altogether.
Okay. It crumbles. You're able to hit it in, say, like the breastplate, and in the skull itself, making it just fall into pieces.
Maybe they should call me Deadeye. I think to myself. I don't say it. I just think that.
No, you should.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to double check one thing on my skeletons here, and yes, that is the case. Okay, cool.
And that's all for me.
Okay. All right. Deadeye, Wyndon, it is your turn.
The real Deadeye.
Will the real Deadeye please stand up?
So, Wyndon's a little bit not happy about this, but he knows why the skeletons appeared in a general sense, so he's going to shoot at 3 toes. And he'll just do 2 longbow. I'm trying to think. No, 3 toes is pretty agile. At least he used to be. All right, he's just going to do 2 longbow attacks. So here's the first one. Oh, yeah, that was great. And here is the second one. Better.
Second one does hit.
Okay. And
for 8 points.
Yep. And how tall are these barrels?
Those are actually really big barrels. You see over here in the other corner, there's the smaller ones. These are like big water storage barrels. So they're like 5 feet tall.
Okay. Well, then that's fine. He'll just stand
behind Raleigh. That's a wise move.
Back up the touch and make it. That's it.
All right. So let's see. Gosh, everybody rolled crap for initiative. Oh, let's see. We're gonna just do this randomly because I can. because I believe in a full chaotic. Oh wait, hold on a second. Okay, no one did it that way. So I rolled a 4. All right, it's coming after you, Raleigh,
All right.
because you're the last.
He was always had a fascination with me. It makes
He
sense.
did.
I think I was his best friend.
Okay,
wasn't
he
my
just
best friend, but I
he
was his
full
best
moves and gets like right up into your face. It's like one of those fast forward, like just kind of just runs at you, and he's just like gets like right up into your face.
friend. Jesus.
But he can't attack you this round.
All right.
And he's not acting like normal Three Toes, if you couldn't tell.
Honestly, it's actually probably kind of difficult.
He seems
Okay.
this one's much more
His
cheerful.
eyes are orange.
Yeah, this one's much more cheerful and animated than regular Three Toes. All right, so now it's the Priest of Neural that's over there in the corner's turn.
I'm actually trying to shake my head a little bit and say, why do you guys have so many vanished ones like all over you? Like you over there, there's a fat vanished one there, like yelling at you nonstop. He stood in front of your arrow and it shot right through him. I'm surprised you hit anything.
What
And
the
the
fuck
rest
are
of
you
you as
talking
well.
about?
You guys, you're just surrounded by vanished ones. Here, you guys, sit down. Get out of their way. They're busy. And he starts like walking around, like talking, like almost to himself. It seems. He's like just jabbering you. Get out of the way. He's not going to shoot you. Just get out of the way. It doesn't matter. I don't care if he burned your house down. It doesn't matter if he threw you out the window and killed you. It doesn't matter. You're all blessed, by the way.
Excellent. Okay, so this Priest of Neural's obviously gone off the deep end. Raleigh, it's your turn.
All right, so Raleigh just like is Three Toes is crazy zombie mode, and he's just like and he does.
Everybody, okay, I'm sorry. Everybody, I need just roll perceptions. It's not going to interfere with your turn.
Sure.
So keep in mind what you were going to say.
15.
Okay.
Oh, that's performance. That's not right. There we go.
Okay. Silverwolf, you noticed that because one of your arrows got into him, correct? You hit him.
Yeah, I hit him. I hit him once.
Okay. Okay, that arrow that you hit him that was sticking out of him, it kind of like just goes, and it like, it's almost as if it got pushed out and it fell down onto the ground. Okay. All right, Raleigh, go.
So yeah, as he's like freaking out, he feels like a little bit of indigestion, and he burps, and out comes fire, and he realizes that he's manifested his dragon's breath, and he's like, okay, and just lets it out on Three Toes and the goblin, or not goblin, skeleton there.
Okay. Let's see, and they get a dex save, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see.
I think that DC is actually 14 now. I can update that.
16. There's a save for old undead Three Toes.
Sure.
And let's see what this good old skeleton's got. Nah, he doesn't save. Okay,
No.
so what? It was 13 damage, correct?
Yep, 13 to the skeleton and 6 to Three Toes.
Okay, the flame just comes billowing out. It hits Three Toes, engulfs him and the skeleton. You can still see their forms just enshrouded in this column of fire now. But the one that was the skeleton, it crumples to the ground, and then the fire dies down after the initial onslaught, and it burns off. And there's Three Toes just sitting there. He's all singed up and what have you,
But he still enjoys life.
yeah, he seems.
Or the unlife.
You cleaned him up a little bit, actually. You know.
Burned off some of the filth.
There you go. Okay, it's time for the skeletons. All right, here they go. They're coming in. Actually, this guy will get he's got enough movement there. So one's going to come after Wyndon, one's going to come after Raleigh. So this is the one on my boy Wyndon.
Okay.
17 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, you take 4 points of damage. All right, here you go, Raleigh.
No.
Okay, so there's those. So there's those guys. Now let's see these guys over here. 10, 15, 20, 25. Excellent. Okay. And actually, this other one it comes over to you too. Actually, he's behind it. He didn't have enough movement, so he's right there. Seems like they might be ignoring the priest neural. So this is the one against you there, Three Toes.
Oh, that'll hit. Yeah, 22.
Yep.
Hits
Yep.
me
You
a
got
couple
7 points of
times.
damage off of that guy.
Alright. Well, I'm going to drop my bow, pull out the maul, and return the favor.
Oh, what a perfect weapon for such a
Yeah.
situation.
21 for 9 points of damage.
Yeah. And he just... Oh, for crying out loud, come on now. I hate when it's... Hold on a second. I know a way to take care of that. Boom, he's gone.
All right,
he's
then I'm
gone.
going to step up for my next attack.
Boom, he's gone. All right.
Maul number 2.
And it seems highly effective against this thing.
Yeah, it's only 12. Does 12 hit this guy?
No, he actually deflects it with his short sword.
Okay.
All right. Wyndon. Nope.
Sorry.
That's okay.
All right.
Did you bring enough for everybody?
Nope.
Well said,
So-
sir.
Wyndon kind of notices the skeleton all up in his grill. He kind of sighs a bit. He extends his hand, and a rapier appears in it. And then he's just going to stab at the skeleton twice. So
Okay.
here's 1, and here's a 2.
Yeah.
Those are
Not a
2
great
hits.
Really don't
Yeah.
like skeletons.
Well, you know, if this had been 2nd, 3rd, or 1st edition,
Right.
but guess what? It's not. This is 5th, and in 5th, yeah, you kill it pretty good.
Oh, great. Cool. And he's going to, he'll stay right there.
Okay, so now, Undead Three Toes' turn. Okay, let me see here. All right, Raleigh, give me a wisdom saving throw, please. As he looks dead into your eyes with his orange glowing eyes, the orange eyes flare, boom, and you freeze up. You can't move.
That's
And
not good.
no, because now he's going to do this to you, and these are at advantage. So let's see what we got there. That's going to hit you. Oh, okay. So there's 9. So okay, so
21?
20. Yep, there you go.
Ouch.
No, 22. No, you're right. 21. I'm sorry, I can't add. So he did you for 22 points of damage, and everybody else can go ahead and give me another. Actually, you know what? No, because it's really obvious now. The other bolts that were in him, because Wyndon, did you shoot him too? Yes or no? No, nobody else.
Nope, I had to deal with the skeleton in front of me this last turn.
Okay, so it's
Although
just
there was one bolt that should have hit him from my previous turn, yes.
okay. So the other, that's what I thought. The other bolt gets pushed out, and you can see the charredness of his skin and where it bubbled up in different places tends to kind of like heal.
Oh, great.
All right. Dun, dun, dun.
No, we should
It
have
is the
killed
Priest of
Three
Neuro's
Toes when he
turn.
was still alive.
Kind of stand there for a moment and then point over at the creature and say, Three Toes, Bromir, are you still in there? If you are, please fight this. don't attack your old companions with such fervor. They are still needed here on this plane to finish your mission. He's a ray of enfeeblement, so he's half damage on his weapon attacks.
Okay, is there a save on ray of enfeeblement?
There is a save if you insist upon taking it. It's a Constitution.
Constitution. All right, let's take Constitution
And my
save.
DC is going to be 15.
15. All right, let's see what he can do here.
Ooh, 9.
No. So what does it do to him again now? It gives it half damage?
He'll do half damage on all strength-based attacks.
Okay.
A save after each of his turns.
Okay. All right. So that'll be effective the start of his next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. And he gets a save at the end of his turn, I take it?
The end of his turn, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
shit. Hold on. I have to make... Do I automatically lose concentration when I'm under hold person, or do I have to make saves for the attacks?
That's a very good question, because he attacked you twice, so you're going to need to give me
you
2 saves for those.
You wouldn't lose the concentration just because you're held, but you will have to save for the damage.
Right.
Yeah. And the first one, let's see, because you took substantial damage. So those 7, 12. Okay, give me one more. Okay, you actually maintain. So you've still got your fire breath then. Okay.
Nice job.
In response to this death priest talking to him, it actually kind of like looks over the shoulder of the petrified and frozen Raleigh and just goes. So whatever that means.
It means I hear you, and I'll take your advice.
Right? Okay,
the
Raleigh.
cleric actually responds and says, I'm not really interested in your problems anymore. They are not important. You have been called. You need to go.
Excellent. All right, Raleigh, give me a wisdom saving throw, sir.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
You come out of it. It's like you feel the because when you were petrified, you were actually started feeling cold. And it was like your muscles, it's sort of like if you've ever had your muscles contract because they're too cold and they start to cramp up. It was almost like that. So you fight against it, and that warmth just floods back through your limbs, and it feels a little bit numb, but you're able to move now.
All right. And that was my turn, right?
No, it's well, here, let me double check, because it might be at the end of your round. I think that is the case. Yep.
Okay.
So that was your turn, but you are free now.
I'll take it.
Okay, Skelly's turns. Okay, so we've got one on Raleigh. You're just getting the brunt of this, Raleigh. Okay, that's going to miss. And we got one coming at you there, Sir Wolf.
That misses.
I was going to say, I don't think 14 hits you, does it?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Silver Wolf, it is your turn.
I say, what the fuck is going on? And take an uppercut swing at my friend Skeleton over there with the maul. Damn it, 12 misses, right?
Yes, he actually parries it away.
Well, I come back from the other angle, and it's a natural 20, and I do all of the damage.
It disintegrates. Yeah. It actually explodes.
26 points. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucker's gone. So, all right,
and that's
so
it for right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Wyndon.
All right, now that immediate threat is out of my face, I sort of just drop my sword and aim longbow at what used to be Three Toes, and we'll just do 2 regular shots on him.
Okay.
There's one, which I'm guessing does not hit. I don't know if either of those hit, honestly.
I'm not looking at that part of the screen yet.
14 and a 15.
15 actually hits him.
Okay, so 15 hits, so that's 10 piercing damage to him.
10 piercing damage. Ooh,
and yeah, okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. He'll kind of haul up to here. That's him.
Tactical retreat, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, here we go. We've got... it's my man's turn again. Let's do a little bit of paperwork here, because certain things happen to him every turn.
And Wyndon, did you hit with that longbow attack?
I hit with the second one, yeah.
Because you have that blessed still. You have a 1d4 to use.
Oh, I didn't know I was blessed.
Yeah, that's the first thing I did was blessed everybody.
I didn't
okay.
know either.
Okay.
Guess we missed that part.
When
There you go.
When
Take
I
that.
walked around chasing all of the vanished ones away from you, I was blessing you. I guess I did clear enough.
Cool. Okay.
So what does that do again?
4 is
So that hits him.
damage?
Gives you a 1d4 on your d20 rolls, basically.
Got
So
it.
basically, you can make your 14 hit. Is basically what you could do. Because even if you roll a 1, it'll hit.
It's for
You
attack
see?
and damage. Okay, got
There
it.
you go. So
yeah,
let me
okay.
go ahead
So
and
he
get
took
this.
another 7 piercing then.
Got it. Okay, so we've got.
And you've
that.
all been blessed by Nerul now.
I'll take what I can get.
You guys kind of actually, after a while, you feel a little creepy. Just saying, a little bit. All right. So my man, Three Toes there, Raleigh.
Let's do it.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
All right, I'm going to use my inspiration
Good
to
idea.
roll that.
Reroll it. Okay, give me another one.
There you go.
Excellent. You resist it. All right, but he's still coming after you with some claws. Here's the first attack, which does not hit. And the second attack, which does not hit. Okay. And he seems pissed that it didn't work on you this time. And hold on a second. Let me get there we go. He gives a howl, or like just a, and up out of the ground starts coming some more these skeletons. Actually, that's 2 men.
I'm thinking death cult.
Yes, I know, right? Undead stuff with a death cult. That's just crazy. That's right there. Let's make them a little bit bigger so that we can see them good. This I do for you folks at home. Okay, so that was
zoom in for them.
That was Three Toes' Undead Three Toes' turn. So now we are going to go to Priest and Neighbor.
All right, so I'm going to walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get all the way around this guy. So I should be within 30 range of everybody now. And I'm going to say, hey, all of you, you've already been called home. Go there. So they all need a wisdom save or they're going to be destroyed.
Okay, so let's see.
And
There's
actually, all of the undead needs a wisdom save. If it's less than one half, it's destroyed. If it's more than a half,
Right.
it's turned.
And your DC on that's what?
1-5.
1-5? Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so all but one of them are destroyed.
Well, damn.
Man, I just pulled these guys out, Michael.
Easy come, easy go.
Right?
Plenty more where they came from.
Does that work on the Three Toes creature as well, or just the skeletons?
It seems to have had absolutely no effect on the Three Toes creature whatsoever.
All right, cool.
And also, while I'm saying that, I look over at the Three Toes creature and say, quit whining about your soul. Just go to Nerul. He wants you. He's waiting for you.
Okay. Raleigh.
All right. Raleigh is just going to kind of plant his feet and run away. As he's going to spit fire back over his shoulder.
Okay.
And DC is 14.
You're not going to disengage because he will get tax opportunity on you.
I know.
Well, a attack of opportunity. Okay. So DC is, you said 16, right?
14.
14? Okay,
Yep.
Let's see here. He got it. He got 18. So how much did you do? 17. So let's see.
8 points.
8 points, yeah. All right.
And he's going to book it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. About here.
Okay, there's this attack of opportunity on you. He got you for 7 as you're running away.
All right.
All right. So it's the Skelly's turns. 10, 15, 20. Again, they seem to have no desire to even... It's as if they don't even realize that Priest of Neryl's there. So he comes right over after you there.
Oof.
20 for 5.
He'll
short
cast
sword.
shields.
Okay.
Jesus,
All right.
leave me alone.
It sucks being powerful.
I'm so hungover right now.
Yeah, no doubt, Heinz. Completely forgot that.
Fight, everybody, please fight.
Dude,
fight.
your sweat actually kind of like it burns a little blue every time you do your fire breath. Okay, Silverwolf.
All right, I turn to what used to be Three Toes, and I say, "You're not alive. You don't seem to be dead, but I'm the guy with the maul." And I walk over here, and I take a couple swings at him.
And he is
18, and he's been hit, so that's 19 points of damage.
Yeah, he takes that. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check one thing. So there's 19.
Then a natural 20.
Okay, give me the total.
Garbage ones.
So, yeah, I know. So 21, 24, 36 points of damage total.
And actually, you are using the maul.
I'm using them all, baby.
And it was 36, you say?
36.
Damn.
I just take a swing, hit him in the gut, knock him over, take another swing down, nail him on the back of the head.
Basically, you swing into him and you hear the crunching.
Starting to get the hang of this maul.
You start really tearing him up. And, yeah, it seems to have worked well against him as well. All right. Winded.
We didn't kind of think so. That was a weird thing to say, but he's really hitting that. So he'll just let's see. Knowing that he's blessed, he's going to take 2 sharpshooter shots at what used to be Three Toes. So here's the first one. Let me make sure the math is right. Yep. And then here's the second one. It won't matter if I roll bless. So, okay.
It'll miss. If you haven't guessed, 15
yeah.
is armor class.
Yep. So at least the first one hit.
Okay. Oops, I don't want that. Wrong guy. There he is. Okay, so and it was how much you did? 16.
16. Yeah.
Damn.
And if only that second one had hit.
Right. He's looking a little haggard, especially because the maul hits. It twisted his body out of proportion. So like where it hit on the top, it kind of like sunk him down, and his one arm, his one shoulder, is hanging way down and stuff. So it doesn't look good. All right, it's the Three Toes' turn. So that having been said, after you hit him, you can start to hear the bones inside of him popping, and actually he starts to sort of right himself a little bit. And give me a wisdom save there. So
21.
You resist it quite handily. But you've got a couple of these suckers coming at you.
Both hit.
Okay, so it's 17 points. Those claws come raking across your armor. All right.
Half damage.
Half damage?
I didn't roll his, yeah. I got to remember. So this is the end of his turn, so let me roll that.
Oh, all right. So
It's the con save, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do the con check.
Yeah, I do one too.
Okay, so he is successful.
After he hits me, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the damage is still half. Yep.
Got it.
Okay. All right, so that's his turn. Okay, Priest of Nero.
Walks over, grabs 3 toes on each shoulder, pulls him in close, and says, "Go home." And I need to do a roll here. It's an attack, 18.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay, so it's inflict wounds is what I'm doing here.
Oh,
It's
okay.
3d10 necrotic damage.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Yeah,
3D.
on it here. I don't have my mouse or anything, so I'm like,
I can do it. You say it's
I got
3D.
it.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
shit.
Nice. Okay. So let's see here. Him. And it does damage to him. He is still up. Okay. Raleigh! There's a skeleton trying to kill you!
Yeah. So like he was like, all right, I gotta help him. I gotta get 3 toes, and then he watched this crazy fucking
Hey,
priest
and
type
what
guy.
I need you to do before you do that stuff, give me a concentration roll for when what's his bucket? 3 toes slash you across your back as you got away.
When you remembered, I remembered too. If you go
Yeah,
up
he's got it
You
above
got it?
there. It's at 25.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. All right, so what are you doing, man?
So yeah, he's like, all right, I gotta help him, and then he just sees the guy like go up and give him a hug, and he's like, okay, you got this. I think he turns to the skeleton. He's like, they got this, and it's and fire on the skeleton.
Yeah, I really got
Wait a
this
minute,
going.
you're not my friend. You're Bones.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I can give it that. I don't need this. Okay, so let's see. It is a dexterity saving throw from a man.
Jeez, stop making the saves.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a nimble son of a bitch. Okay. So how much do you take?
All the fire just goes right through him.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. But he does catch on fire. His bones are actually burning some. So, and he is very charred. Seems to be slightly more brittle than he was before the beginning of the action. All right. And he likes you a lot less now, so he's going to return the favor by trying to hit you with a short sword. And he does for 5.
Yep.
I don't think shield will help you in this
It
scenario.
will not.
Okay,
Not
give me
this-
another concentration check, too, for your fireball.
Yes. Yep. All right. Con save.
No, it is gone, sir. Oh, wait, no, that's good.
No,
What am I
I was
thinking?
gonna say.
What am I thinking?
Yep.
Barely. But-
Okay, so, all right. How you doing there, Raleigh? How you looking?
Oh, Raleigh's fine.
He's fine?
Their coat's got red in it. You can't see all the blood.
There you go.
Guys, I'm dying.
Okay,
I put on a brave face, but it's not great.
Silver Wolf.
All right. I say, ever since I've known you, you wanted to meet Nerul, so let me help you out with that. Oops, what did I do? Did I roll the right thing? 12. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got a D4 coming, right?
Yep. Oh, that doesn't help, though.
All right, 13. I'm assuming misses. I swing
Your correct
again. 15.
That hits.
All right, so I don't need my thing. So that's another 14 points of damage with them all.
Okay. Let's see here. You again accordion his ass up, and you bring over the second thrust, and the maul comes down, hits him on his head, drives his head down into his chest cavity, and the body falls backwards and lands on the ground.
Goodbye, sweet prince.
Okay. All right. Wyndon.
I say, Raleigh, you done playing with that skeleton yet?
Wyndon thinks maybe I should get a maul, and then
They're really
he'll
handy.
sharpshooter the skeleton twice.
Okay.
So I'm guessing those both hit.
Yeah, and
yeah.
it just breaks apart into pieces and it is gone. Okay. All right. Let me see something here. Let's see.
Well, as the last of them kind of falls there, the cleric kind of like starts to wander around, almost muttering to himself. He's like, "This is so strange. Why do you think it failed?"
There's some popping and
Three Toes.
crinkling, and
Why do you
Three
think it
Toes'
failed?
head starts to pop out of its chest, and its arms
for
start
Christ's
moving, and it
sake.
pushes itself up.
Yep. That's kind of what I thought.
And it goes after it's going after
New guy.
No, it's not even paying attention to
That hits.
Yeah.
That misses. So 7 points.
so 7 points.
Half damage.
Oh,
Oh no, he saved.
No,
him.
he
no, he
saved.
saved. He saved that.
Yeah.
He saved.
All right, that's the end of his turn. It did stand up. Its head is like, basically, its eyes have peeked out from its chest cavity, like its nose and its mouth are inside of its chest. All right. Death Priest.
Still mumbling to himself. This should have. This guy was more pious than me. I don't understand why this failed for him. This makes no sense whatsoever. Kind of grabs him again and says, but for whatever reason it did fail, you need to quit fighting this and leave. Inflict wounds again
Nice, that hits.
for 17
Ooh.
more necrotic.
Excellent.
That's a
Okay,
nice
so
spell.
let's see. All right. That. I just get some quick math. Let me see where that is. Okay. Okay. All right. Again, it crumples and it falls to the floor. And it looks kind of like just a loose ass ragdoll right now.
Destroy it.
So Raleigh is going to cast his hand at it, and he'll like walk over to it, and he's like, "Stay fucking dead," and yeah, do the I can't remember the name of the spell right now. Chill touch.
Ooh, okay. Oh, chill touch, not kill touch. All right.
Yeah.
Kill touch sounds so cool. No, do kill touch.
Kill.
But
Okay.
takes 5 necrotic damage, and he can't heal. And yeah,
Okay.
until the start of my next turn.
Gotcha. Skeletons are no mas. Silverwolf.
Do I have to swing, or can I just...
No, just tell me what you're doing.
I'm going to take them all, and I am going to swing it at his head as many times as I am able.
So, I think it's safe to assume that you guys are going to turn this into paste.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. All right. It does that. And you guys basically you knock it into pieces and parts. It is completely dismembered and just all over the place. And in the process, everything that had been on Three Toes' possession is laid out and around. A lot of it have been destroyed too in this process.
Except for the 30 daggers.
Yes, there are a lot of daggers there.
There's a shitload of daggers.
Okay, so that is it.
I already have my Three Toes commemorative dagger from earlier.
That'd be worth a lot more now.
No, he took it out of the package.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so you guys have just destroyed the undead remains of your I can't really call him friend. Your companion, Three Toes.
Yeah. Colleague.
Yeah, your colleague.
He's a
Traveling
work friend.
companion.
Yeah, he was a work friend. So.
Was that oddly satisfying to anybody else?
I feel a little bad about this.
Yeah.
What happened? And who are you? I turn to our new friend.
I'm Raleigh.
Not you.
Toes was having a bad day. He was like a little bit worse than average.
The priest kind of ignores you and kind of walks around looking, muttering. Finally, he stops and he calls on. He says, "Bronir, where are you? You can't stay hiding in the dirt. Come out. Tell me what happened." And he kind of stands there for a few minutes. Then he finally turns to you and says, "What do you think happened? You are a failed initiate. What do you mean this doesn't happen? I know he shouldn't have came out like that. Serves me right, talking to the likes of you." And finally, he turns directly to you guys and says, "I know you don't know what happened, but I can tell you this much. First off, the Ascension was a success. That was clerical power that you saw, that orange stuff. Almost nobody outside of the Order ever sees that, so yeah. But for some reason, that should have attached itself to his soul. That should have, imbued and bound right to it. But it's like there was nothing for it to attach to. I don't really understand that. That was just really strange." And he kind of
Wait a
sits
minute.
down and says, "And what are you talking about? Why should I look at him closer? If you vanished ones or so, fine, I'll look." And he kind of turns back to you, and you finally see his eyes. His eyes are all black. There's no white. There's no color. There's no nothing. They're just two black orbs in his skull. And then he says, "What is wrong with you guys? You're so dim. I mean, he's brighter than you are," and he's pointing over at what appears to you to be air.
I just shake my head and I go pick up my bow.
I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to Silverwolf. Well, he's crazy enough. He's probably gonna end up joining us, isn't he?
I mean,
Raleigh
I
goes
will
right
say
up-
he was helpful with undead, but
When you go to pick up your bow, you notice that the barn door that's over there is actually cracked open, and you can see the pointy, triangled snout in the hood that is Dachshund.
does the door open in or out?
Out. It
I
opens
kick
out.
the door out toward him.
Are you going to try and hit him?
I'm just kicking the door as hard as I can in his general direction.
Okay. Well, then he's more than able to step to the side.
Then I want to try to grab him by the the cloak collar, I guess, or the robe collar, whatever he's wearing, and pull him back inside.
Okay, as you grab him, give me a saving throw, wisdom. Let me just double check something here.
19.
That's probably going to work. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive that's going to work, but I got to find this guy.
Plus 1d4.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Just for shits and giggles. Make that a 23.
Hold on a second. Okay, so you grab him, you pull him in. Unhand me. His tongue. Comes.
I say you got it. That totally freaks me the fuck out every time you do it. Stop. What happened here?
What do you mean? What happened here?
You're the lead dick in charge. What happened here? And I point over at Paste Toes.
Well, the lizardman like slaps your hands away and backs up a step or two, but doesn't go anywhere. And is still facing you. And he goes, "He was found worthy, but as Ash was making the statement of there's no soul in Three Toes to bind about you."
Oh, yeah. They probably should have mentioned that you needed a soul. Yeah, no, he didn't have one.
Yeah.
Thusly, he was killed because of it. And for this tragedy and mockery of the ceremony, a rule sent a punisher.
Well, I mean, it's no one's fault here in this room. That was kind of a dick move.
I care.
While they're talking, Wyndon absentmindedly just summons his rapier to his hand and sheathes it. It's like not even thinking about it.
Raleigh's gonna like put his arm around Ash. Well, he doesn't know his name. He put it around. He's like, "I'm Raleigh. Welcome to the press gang. We're gonna."
A little foreshadowing, because at that point in time, Doxson goes, "I've decided that you must accompany these men now.
You didn't decide it. I decided.
Neither one of you make this decision. This is a group decision.
He comes up to Ash and he's looking at him and goes, "They will make a valuable tool for keeping the Iusians distracted. And you're kind of weird."
Well, I'm going to agree with the last
turns
part.
around,
are kind of weird.
and he turns around and he leaves out the bar.
At that point,
Norks, am I right?
At that point, Ash says, "You there with that big maul? I don't think I caught your name yet, but I have a question for you. There's a vanished one, very fat. He's trying to shoot you with the crossbow, and he's babbling something about you throwing him out a window. Know anything about that?"
What?
Standing right in front of you, he keeps shooting you over and over. Of course, nothing happens because he's a vanished one, not real bright.
I don't understand a word. What?
So, new guy here. Can you see ghosts or something like that? Is this what's happening?
I see dead.
Well, they're vanished ones. They're not exactly ghosts. They're not good enough to be ghosts. You know, a ghost actually has a purpose. Vanished ones are more like they forgot to move on, or they have a reason to stay, but they're not for some reason. I'm not really sure. I can't explain it exactly.
Oh,
What's
I
kept me
do
alive
know
all
that
these
guy.
years?
Yeah, no, I saved him.
I look at him.
What?
Like,
You saved him? You threw him out a window and you broke his.
I didn't throw him out a window. I fell out of the window and then landed on top of him, crushing his skull upon the pavement below.
That's the same damn thing as throwing the dude out the window.
That is a T-shirt, by the way. I saved him to death.
Yeah, he's not real happy about it. I don't know what you can do, but he's not real happy about it. So
I'm not happy about a lot of things.
So, did your boss just say you have to go with us or something?
I did.
well,
Yeah.
apparently, we get signed.
And you know that Doxson doesn't really care for you, because you're not the average Nayrul priest.
No, I'm really not.
And
I
he doesn't
only
like
took-
that.
I only took, and just so you know, since we are traveling together, I'm going to tell you this. I became a certain age where they were either going to sacrifice me despite my abilities, or I had to go through the ordeals and become a priest. So, you know, I wasn't done here yet, so I went through the ordeals and became a priest. Not exactly what I wanted to have happen, but, that's what happened.
That's kind of like me.
That's why I say, Bromir over there, or Three Tones, whatever you want to call him, he would have been no problem. He wanted this. He was absolutely, his entire existence was wrapped up in all of this bullshit. But it's not really for me, no. But anyway, that's me.
Great.
I understand completely, because one time I was at this dinner party, and at first they were going to kill me, but then...
I just walk outside.
Like, I recited an epic poem, and then they only beat me up. So it
sounds like exactly the same thing, yeah.
I
All right.
Silver Wolf out.
Okay, so you guys go outside. You go out into the essentially the main yard, so to speak, and the slaughterhouse is up and running, and they're just doing their stuff. They're like, there's some of the workers are funneling in some hogs into the main slaughterhouse, and you guys see that all those guys are like giving like. They're still doing the work, but they're kind of like looking over towards you, giving you some looks. Doxon and none of the other acolytes or priests or anything like that they're not seen. It looks as if just the slaughterhouse is, just a slaughterhouse and it's working.
Before I go outside, I actually put away any trappings of Nerul that I might have on myself visible. And I pull out a holy symbol of Saint Cuthbert and put it around my neck, as well as a few other little trappings of Saint Cuthbert. And,
you do realize that Saint Cuthbert will probably get you beat up quicker in this town than Nerul, right?
It's been my disguise now for a while. It's been working. I don't care.
Right. Okay, cool.
I'll say to Silverwolf. So, I mean, this guy's clearly a little bit, a little bit bats in the belfry there. But now that we're down a man, I mean, maybe if he sticks around, we could use him.
Look, I guess we can give it a shot. Let's just go back, meet up with Merc, plan this money train robbery, and maybe he can... I'm going to be really disappointed when there is no train, by the way.
Oh, you little face.
Maybe...
He's got a real bad Irish accent. You think he's going to, steer you wrong?
So I'm.
All right.
We could use the help, I suppose. We'll see what happens with this, and then if things go well, we can talk about him staying on.
Yep. Raleigh seems to like him for whatever that's worth.
Raleigh seems to like everybody until they kill his mother.
Yeah, that was messed up, man.
Yeah.
I told you that guy was bad news. I told you.
You were right. No, I've had my whole life hating the natives.
What are you talking? That's his dad. Good times, man. Good times.
So Raleigh's not out there. He started to leave, and then you noticed a glint of a piece of platinum in the dirt, and he starts rifling through Three Toes' guts. And
okay. Hold on 1 second. Let's take a look and see what Three Toes actually did have on him.
He had a lot of platinum.
I did have all the platinum. I don't know if it's on the character sheet or not, but I did have it. Except
was at
for
least
about
500.
20 or so that I gave to the bartender there during Raleigh's wake.
Okay, according to the character sheet, you're able to scrounge up 100 platinum, 16 gold. Let's see here. Surprisingly enough, there's a bottle of intact perfume.
Raleigh's going to assume that's poison. Poison to my inventory.
Just about everything else is either common or broken.
Sure.
Like I will go through. The rapier is still intact if you so wish to do that. You could salvage some arrows if you wanted to. There are quite a few daggers. Thieves' tools.
He'll take a dagger.
Okay. Like the backpack is ripped and torn. There is a bag that actually at the end when Silver Wolf went hog wild on it was smashed open with ball bearings. So the ball bearings started to spill out, but there's still a lot of ball bearings if you wish to have those. So a ball of string, a dented in now kind of a bell. It's all dented in one side. It still works, but it doesn't chime like it used to.
You know, if you use that red ribbon from Salis, if that turns up, I'll do that.
Yeah, there's still some of the red ribbons in there too. Okay. But that's essentially it.
All right, cool.
Okay.
You also find a tooth that you doesn't go with anything else, but
a tooth. Did I fall out of my bag into your pocket?
That's from some. You've never seen any animal or creature that tooth could have came from, but something that he found one time, had no idea what it was.
All right.
See, my collection of teeth is deliberate.
oh yeah. Hold on one second. I can't see if I can do this correctly. It's Whisper is W/, right?
Yeah.
W space and then the person's name, and it'll actually start to fill it in, and then just click it.
Secrets.
This is the moment where those watching can just I was going to say talk amongst themselves, but you're probably watching it by yourself, so just talk to yourself for a little while.
I don't know if I did that.
No, you did it backwards.
You have to do the /W.
Yeah, so now we all
Don't
see
look
it,
at that,
including everybody. Hold on, now I gotta move back to the. I want to make sure everybody watching can see it, so I'm gonna move back to the battle map.
It's actually /W, not W/.
Slash. Yeah, I see what I did wrong there.
And that's not the one I meant. I meant the other ones. All freaked out about. Came up several times.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Write it in the chat again.
I will. And watch this /W. See, I can be taught.
For the Roll20 tutorial, it has happening now.
Right? I should probably figure out how to use Roll20.
Yeah, you have a couple weeks.
I have to do like audition games with myself and.
Come on, I did that. /W space. And then
By the way, while he's doing this, Ravana, our second stream, will be coming to you live in 3 weeks? I guess it is, or
2.5.
2.5 weeks.
Even less than 3.
That's less than 3 weeks.
There we go.
Friday. It's gonna be great. Probably. It's probably gonna be great.
It went through that time, didn't it?
Yep.
I didn't see it, so that's good.
We can't see it. It's a letdown to the rest of your players and to everybody watching.
I was typing Michael, and I guess I have to do the just a regular name that's the one that's on there. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Obviously, it's just the second part. I don't know why the first part got put on that, but
all right, let's keep.
So for those of you still watching for some reason,
that's a last name. So, okay, all right. So there's that. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and take our break, and then when we come back, we will pick up with you guys going back. I'm assuming you're going back to Salis's place now.
If that's where Merc is, then yeah.
Yeah, you guys left Merc there.
That's
of course.
right.
I mean, he's getting free food and drink. He's not going anywhere.
So true.
We'll be back in a moment.
All right, everybody, we'll be back at like what Adam just said. So there you go.
And I'm going to just turn this over now. And we are back.
Welcome back, everyone. All right. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and pick back up where we left off. Let's see. You guys just going to make your ways back towards. You know what? I should probably put that map up.
Yeah, to Salus's house.
Yeah. So by the time you guys are done with this, the Rook Roost is starting to wake up. There's plenty of people and what have you now. You guys going to try and be sneaky with it, or are you just going to?
I mean, I don't see any reason
Hey,
to.
Jake.
No, I agree.
I walk boldly down the street and say, Saint Cuthbert sends you his blessings.
Oh, no, don't. See, here's the thing. If you're going to hang out with us, you're going to need to just try to keep it cool. Maybe not bless everyone you see by a god
Okay.
you don't even worship.
You guys, you would Saint Cuthbert's got enough of a following that you're gonna know who and what Saint Cuthbert is. Saint Cuthbert is it's a god of it's a good god of like holy retribution sort of thing.
Very popular in Greyhawk.
Yes. So, like in lands like here in the the Shield lands that used to be the Shield lands, places where people like to stomp down and kill evil things, tend to worship Saint Cuthbert. So, in a place like Rook Roost, where you have a bunch of people who are of dubious repute. Iusians walking around. Yeah, you could see where that might come to be a little bit of an issue. Especially Iusians. If Iusians were to catch him on the street going, St. Cuthbert's blessing to you, they're going to try and probably kill that guy.
We don't know that well, and I'm sure Michael has a list of characters he'd like to play.
So true. So basically, when you start walking around, you're going back. You leave out from the slaughterhouse. You get back onto the, onto the main thoroughfares of traffic and Outlaw. And he says that to a couple of different people. You see him definitely get some not just weird looks, but like, what the fuck did that guy just say to me? Sort of thing. And then, Silverwolf can kind of chime in with what he had said. So, okay. You guys get to the gate. If you don't make any fuss about it, they'll just collect your money and be on your way. It'll be 4 silver. And you guys will be into the city. You get into the city and you make your way to Salus's place. And again, you see there's some patrols. You're starting to see as you're making your way. Normally there would be patrols of Rook Roostian guards, okay, that city watch or what have you. Those guys would kind of twos and pairs of 2s, 3s, maybe 4. You would see them walking around every once in a while. Not extremely prolific. They were never actually would be very vigilant, so to speak. They're just kind of there as, letting people know, hey, who's in charge. And if anything too outrageous was going on, they would step in. Now, at the same time, there's outfit groups that were kind of roaming around. Basically the same thing, kind of groups of thugs. On your way back, you come across not one, but 2 different groups of Rook Roostian guards that are rolling 10 deep. And these guys are vigilant and looking around. And you do notice a group of outfit guys, again, a much larger band than before. Now, these guys aren't patrolling or anything, but they're watching. And one of those groups of Rook Roostian guards, as they were moving through the street, kind of strutting their stuff, a band of outfit guys were watching them and shooting daggers, and there was a almost like that Mexican standoff for a little while, where the Rookroostian guards stopped in the middle of the street and just looked at the other outfit guys, and they just stared each other down for a while.
So
you could see.
Raleigh nudges, elbows Silverwolf, and he's like, watch this. And he casts Minor Illusion so that from the Rookroostian, guards, that general vicinity, there's just the shout out of, fucking outfit pussies.
Okay. When that happens, the outfit guys get really agitated, and they start screaming back at him. Fuck you. We own this town. We're going to take it. You guys are done. You're done. Your portal is done. Everybody knows. You're cut off now. That's it. And they start shouting back and forth to each other. And then somebody from from over in, let's say it was the outfit guys, an arrow goes streaming over to the Rookroostian guards.
Oh, jeez.
Hits one of these guys. And they draw their weapons and go after the outfit guys. And the outfit guys hold their ground for a second, and then it's an initial clash, and then the Rookroostians and those guys, they start brawling in the street big time.
I go over to casually go over to one of the Rookroostians as he's fighting. I'm like, do you guys want any help? Tag me in. Just say the word.
Okay, you're gonna get that close to it?
I'm slinking away. I have not going anywhere near this.
I'm on the verge of death. Well, whatever. Same thing. Raleigh doesn't care.
Okay.
I should say.
All right, here we're just gonna do a straight up roll. That's because I love the randomness of it all. So there is a 1 in 10 chance that somebody goes after you, Raleigh. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d20. You want high or low?
I want high.
You want high? Okay, so if they roll over 10, somebody comes after you.
Okay.
Okay, so basically you go over there and you say, and this Rookroostian dude just kind of when you come over and tap out, he just turns around and he attacks you. Just straight up attacks you. Hold on a second. Let me find something.
So you guys start brawls a lot?
I try not to. I've got. By the way, again, I have slunk away from this. I'm trying to go away. So.
Right. Oh, I'm looking in NPCs. I don't want that. I want over here. This is where. There we go. There's my guys. There they are. Let's see here. Yep. All right. Okay. Here we go. 9 obviously does not hit you.
Yeah, no. So as soon as he turns, Raleigh gathers that he's coming hostile, and he just backs up, and then he just looks at him. He screams in his face. He goes, "Hey, death to the outfit!" And he grabs his glaive and goes down on one of the outfit guys.
All right, give me a roll.
And I'll start slowly walking over there, pull out my wall.
I'm not going anywhere near this.
Fucking cousin.
You actually kill an outfit guy.
Oh, God.
Because basically this guy was whoever you say that the guard, when he turned and he came at you, and then you say that after the outfit went on, it pauses him for a second, and then you lunge at a guy who was coming up to attack him, and you stick your rapier through his throat. And then the guard looks over and he goes, "Yeah, thanks, man," and he goes back in. Now the outfit guys break that didn't die, and they start running. But before they break, one of the guys looks over and he looks at you, Roll, and he goes, "Well, I know who the fuck you are." And then
he's going to cast Suggestion and tell him, "Come here."
Oh, okay. What kind of save do we get on that?
That is a Wisdom save, DC 14.
Wisdom save. Okay, let me pull this out. He stops and he starts walking over to you, and the Rookroostian dudes cut him down. And so then he dies. Okay.
Well, now we're going to have to take the long way home.
Fuck that. Raleigh's going drinking with his Rookroostian buddies.
All right.
Yeah, so
he's totally trying to high five him, yeah, good fight, guys.
No, they're chasing those guys.
Right in the throat.
they're chasing those guys. So are you gonna?
Oh, they're after it. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, I'm going with them. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
As Raleigh there.
Although, actually, you know what he would do? He would run for like 15 feet and then remember that his intestines are falling out, and he'd be kind of tired. He'd be like, all right, you guys, you get him. I'll catch up with you.
Okay. So that happens. You start going back. You start walking over towards Silverwolf, who was coming over to meet you. Wyndon, go ahead and give me a roll of perception. Same thing with a Silverwolf. Give me a roll of perception. Raleigh, I'm not having you roll because it's totally not Raleigh deal. Okay.
Natural 20. Oh, so did
All
Wyndon.
of you guys got natural 20s. As you guys, okay, so
We can see through time.
that's right. So as Silverwolf comes up, and then Raleigh comes over, and he's like, "Oh, did you see what I did, Silverwolf?" Blah, blah, so forth and so on. You're noticing all the eyes that are looking at you.
Yeah, that's why I was staying. I was, like I said repeatedly, I was backed away from this.
Yeah. So you're noticing that everybody's on the street, and you see people talking and whatnot, and some of them do point at you, because they saw you guys all walking together, and like one person goes, "No, there's another one over there too."
I'm gonna try to slip away in like a little alley or something.
Okay, so you're gonna melt
away. Now, as
away.
usual, my hood would be up for my cloak every time I'm in the city.
That's fine. That's fine.
Raleigh's be like, "Hi, hey everybody."
Yeah, when Raleigh finally gets back to me, I say, "We're probably gonna want to go."
All right, Ash, what are you doing when all that happens? You just watching, or do you
actually? As Raleigh was over there fighting or whatever, I actually was just standing there beside Wyndham. I say, you know, that Rainy woman standing there beside your friend there looks kind of happy right now. First time I've seen her look happy.
I go, wow, that's an interesting ability you have there. As I like slink back through a dark alley.
Okay.
I follow him, asking, this fellow here is trying to break your arrows. He can't possibly break them, but he's pissed off at you for some reason. He calls himself a Bray or something. I don't know.
It wasn't me. He's got the wrong guy.
You can't argue with the dead, dude.
Yeah. Able to make mistakes, just like the living.
Yeah, I argue with them all the time. Sometimes it works.
Okay. So basically, Silverwolf, you collect up Raleigh. You turn around, and both Ash and Wyndon are gone. They're not there.
I mean, I'm not that surprised.
Yeah.
So, I assume we'll see Wyndon back at the house.
Okay.
I may have forgotten that Ash was with us.
So when Silverwolf turns and sees that they're gone, he's then going to turn and Raleigh's going to be gone. I'm going to cast Misty Step, just like 5 feet on the other side of him.
Okay.
I shake my head, I put my maul back, and I just walk down the street towards Salus's house.
I was right over here.
All
I ignore him.
right.
I didn't know where I was.
All right. So we'll say basically the first ones get to Salus's house is going to be both Wyndon and.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking a very circuitous route. I'm trying to make sure.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why you would get there. Even though Raleigh is a Rook-Roostian native, he didn't ever like skulk anywhere. So, and he didn't have to either.
Arbor try to avoid people.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. So okay, and then so you get and you guys are outside of Salus's apartment, meaning you've made it there. You're at the outside door. What do you do?
Who's there?
Who's there?
Or
no, Wyndon and Ash are there.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Because you guys made it there first.
Okay, even though we're being furtive. All right, got it. All right, so I'll just say, so this isn't my house or our house, but there's a woman who lives here. She's a little weird. You might like her. She's kind of our overseer for now until we can figure something else out. But I doubt she seems For all her quirks, she seems relatively hospitable, so I don't think she'll have too much trouble with you visiting. And also my old mentor is here, and he's you'll see. And so I'll walk in.
Okay, so you go in through the front door there, and put that back over. Okay, so I'm going to again. I'm going to move some tokens just because they're not here. So there's those guys. You're at the front door. This guy's sitting here. Go ahead and drop your token on there.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
We can do this.
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
Do it.
Okay. So you open up the front door, and as soon as you open up the front door, they're sitting around in the friendship circle. There's you've got your boy Merc sitting there, and he's got a big old bottle of beer or wine or something like that. There is an elven-looking man to one side of him sitting in a chair, although he has got gray complexion. And then there is Salis sitting in the other chair, her feet kind of dangling off and whatnot. So you guys come walking in, and then Merc just pops right up. Oh, get back! Oh, and you brought a friend. And who's this? I've been making some friends myself. Man, this chap here says he knows you fellows and that he works here. And well, my girl, my sweet Salis. She gets all shy. She vouches for him, says that this Zarin fellow's just, he's a good egg.
Right. Great. Salis, this is, was it Ash?
My name is Ash. I'm a cleric of St. Cuthbert, and I kind of bow.
Yep. Sure. It's been a day. We've had some stuff going on.
Salis jumps down off of her chair, comes running up over to you. Hello, Ash. I'm Salis. So nice to meet you.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I guess.
She holds out her hand, so you can
kind of shake it.
Like,
may the blessings of St. Cuthbert be upon you, and I kind of take her hand in both of my hands and give it a good shake and the proper gestures that she would expect.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're such a gentleman. She says, hey, so where's the other two fellas?
They're on their way. There is a bit of a... They're on their way. I'm this eyeball. I'm just kind of waiting for a formal introduction to this dude. Merc doesn't count.
You're right. No, he's looking at you. Know who he is?
Oh no! Is it Smoke?
Yep, it's Zarin Smoke.
He's
sitting there smoking. He's smoking one of those long-stemmed pipes. He's just kind of.
I'll go. Well, and this is. I mean, none of the people in here would really know, but Merc would. Wyndon's actually going to have a bit of a modicum of respect in his voice and be like, "Oh, it's really good to see you again."
And it's very good to see you as well. Where are your other compatriots?
They should be on their way, hopefully. They got involved in a bit of a fracas, one might say, but I think they'll be all right.
A fracas?
Yep.
I see. Let me guess. It was that one Raleigh creating the fracas again, correct?
That is an excellent assumption, yes.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. Why don't you gentlemen have a seat? We can all wait together. Oh, yes. Oh, hold on. I'll go. And Salis goes, with her little, she goes into the other room, and she gets, a tray of some beverages and whatnot and brings it out. And as she comes into the area, that table pops into existence again on the carpet. And she sets the drinks down on the little table. Please, you had some refreshments. Oh, Ash, I brought you refreshments, Ash.
Love it first sight.
I see how it is. Interesting. He's a come, he's a go. He's like the big long drink of his beer or wine. At about this time, you guys can go ahead and drop your token. I've got them right here. Never mind. You guys come walking in. And so you come walking in, and there is Merc sitting drinking. There's Wyndon sitting down, and then there's Zarn is sitting in one of the chairs. Oh, you're here.
So, yeah, I thought that was you. I saw at the gate when we entered this city. I wondered when you were going to show up.
Well, you know,
I'll sit down in my normal chair.
I've got things I do. Where's the creepy one?
He's dead.
Yeah, pretty much dead. Yeah.
That's what I was afraid of.
He loved to die. It's a happy death. We're all happy for him.
Well, I reckon. If you say, that's fine. Oh, he talked like Clint Eastwood, didn't he? I
yep, he did.
My bad. All right. Well, I've just come along to give an update. Old Salas over there has seemed to have been a little bit out of commission for a while. Was under the weather. There wasn't any kind of communications as it were supposed to be. So I decided to just pop in. Well, see how things are going. You haven't really.
Mouse in her mouth.
You did what?
I didn't put a mouse in her mouth. I don't know what.
Yeah, mouse in the mouth. So, I've got information I need to pass along to interested parties. So why don't you tell me what the hell you guys have been doing besides getting killed?
Well, yep, hasn't gone great.
Yeah, no shit.
Miss, is there a bathroom around here?
Oh, yes. Oh, please follow me. Follow me.
Don't let her in. Don't let her in that room with you.
She grabs your hand, Ash, and starts leading you back through the...
Mr. Smoke, I tell you about the wonder that is the god Tritherion. He is a truly wonderful and powerful being.
Yeah, save that bullshit for somebody who cares.
Well,
all right.
Smoke, sir. We were trying to get in good with the outfit because they are opposed to the Iusians. We got
the outfit.
We got this really hard to get.
So how come that didn't work out? You got one of the right-hand man sons right there.
Because the outfit. That's why.
See, one of the high-ups in the... I wasn't here for this, and I don't know if Raleigh or Silverwolf want to tell about it. If they don't, I'll relay it. But there is some friction.
Friction. Come on, give me details, man. I didn't come all the way over here just so I could pop my head in and get nondescript details. What the fuck are you doing?
I'll look at... Do either Silverwolf or Raleigh look like they're going to say anything?
To be fair, Raleigh always looks like he's going to say something.
Yeah. I'll just say...
And it's never what you want him to.
No, that's true. Okay. So I wasn't here, but here's what I was told happened. When they went to meet with Raleigh's dad and the actual Vig, Rashad, Raleigh's dad had a little test for him, and the test was for him to kill his mom. So it didn't go well. Luckily, they managed to escape. Unfortunately, Raleigh's dad ended up killing his mom. So that's kind of put him on a bit of an anti-outfit bent, as you might imagine.
Fuck the outfit.
But we're going to kill some Iusians and steal their money train.
Yeah. We did infiltrate their temple.
We killed
a lot of acolytes and almost took out one of their mages.
We took out a couple of their mages, just not not the big wizard.
Not the hype. Not the hype.
Yeah.
I'm currently I'm working a complex side plan, and I'm infiltrating the Rookrustian guards, and I think that's going to pay off real big down the line.
Yeah. Well, That's about all I figured it would be. He gets up and he starts walking. I'll report what you told me, which is basically nothing.
Now, why are you here?
The only reason I'm here is because Silence was under the weather.
How'd you know?
What do you mean, how did I know?
How did you know?
I was told.
By whom?
The same guys who ripped your souls out of here.
Right. Gotcha. I mean, if you've got any constructive criticism, I am all ears. Like anything proactive.
I got some constructive criticism. Instead of sitting around with your thumbs up your asses, how about you kiss my Uzians? That is what you're after.
Yeah, I kind of agree with the creepy elf guy on this one.
Okay, well, I think that's what it's going to come to. I think that's where we're going with this, so...
Not just because I'm in town, you might see me, but don't ever talk to me. Don't ever pretend like you know who I am.
I mean, you're acting like you're so friendly that we would want to just chit-chat with you on the street.
No, and he looks right at Raleigh. I'm telling you, straight up, don't ever talk to me. I'll kill you if you can't talk to me in public. You understand?
All right, so backgammon on Tuesday.
We understand.
I might be.
And then Raleigh's gonna to the rest of the group be like, "This guy is a fucking dick, right?"
Just
he is.
Warning, you guys don't want to go in there for a while. That was.
And the entire time, okay, so she took you back into the back to where there's a restroom, okay, and then she waited outside the door the entire time you were in there. So you open up the door.
She's kneeling down on the ground with her head by the crack of the door, sniffing.
No, she wasn't. I mean, she's creepy enough as it is. She wasn't doing that. She's just sitting there waiting for the door to open. And the door opens, she goes, "Oh, yes."
I immediately offer her another blessing of Saint Cuthbert and say that he will smite thee on the all of the evil from the land, as you must wish.
Oh, yes, thank you.
And then I launch into the story of the boy who cried orc.
Fair enough. All right, so Zara, and as he turns around and goes, "That's right, I'm an asshole, and I work with the guys who are doing
No, I didn't say asshole. I said dick. Wait, you heard me? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Guys, he heard me.
Yeah, he was standing right there when you said that.
It is awkward.
Little bit of advice. You guys better rein in that puppy over there, and he points at Raleigh. He might get you killed.
Yep.
And seeing how since you're down a man.
Technically, we're down 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no doubt. Huh? I completely forgot about that. He's like, so where the fuck's that big ass furball guy?
I don't know. He left.
Went home. We think.
All right. So basically, you get brought into the Bandit Kingdoms. You get brought to Rook Roost. One of you leaves, and one of you dies. I don't think you're taking this very seriously.
Well, I mean, the 3 of us are still here. I don't think the other 2 were taking it very seriously. I think we just...
Fair enough. It's a good thing this isn't a race, because those other guys would have you beat.
Where are the other guys, out of curiosity?
He walks out.
God damn it. He is a dick. You were right, Raleigh.
He is a dick.
I have a great idea.
Although that is kind of something I would do. So
yes, it's exactly what you would do.
Exactly what you would do. That's why you don't like him so much, because he reminds you of yourself.
I'm starting to see how I come across to other people.
So that's
I've got a question now.
Oh. Yes, Merc, please. I would love to answer.
Wait a minute. Your funny priestess named Cuthbert is saying something.
Oh, please, go on.
What is it, Cutbirth?
Yeah.
What's that?
What?
You said something and I cut you off, sir. I was apologizing for my rudeness.
Oh, I was just talking to him over there. He was, you guys go back to your conversation. I was having a conversation over here.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
Yep.
So, I gotta say, Smoke is right.
None of you fools have souls.
Yeah.
Is that the deal?
They were taken.
You know, he might be a little bit of a dick, a little bit of an asshole, but, I talked to the man for a minute or two, and informed me that you're supposed to be doing some work here.
Yep.
He threatened to kill me too, if that's any consolation, because, you know,
Really.
he says if I say anything about what you're doing, he's, you know, it could
I would take
end
it seriously.
poorly for me. So what the fuck happened to you, Deadeye?
What do you? I don't. It's a long story, America. It's a long story. Someone got the jump on me.
He looks around and goes, it looks like we've got time.
I don't have that much time.
Fair enough.
Someone got the jump on me. They took my soul, and I'd like it back. That's where I'm at.
And killing Iusians gets you your soul back, does it?
I mean, that's what we've been told. I doubt it, but what else am I going to do? I'm just biding my time like normal.
I'm planning on winning mine back in a game of poker against Topo Gurner. I don't know what your guys' grand scheme is, but
yeah. I'm about to just give up.
Well, I know we left on a little bit of strange circumstances there, did I, when you were fucking me, girl? But
wasn't with her. Wasn't with her.
That's besides the point, son. I've forgiven you already. So,
did you pull some wizard shit on her?
Nope, not a wizard either. Nothing to forgive.
He probably weaved some of that funky magic. She didn't know what she was doing. I mean, come on, look at me. I'm a fighting man, aren't I? Anyway.
Yeah. You're just
a fine man and a valuable member of this team. And then he leans into Witten and he's like, who the fuck is this guy? Before in my life.
Well, I was just going to say, I'll help you as much as I can.
Thanks,
so long as it doesn't put myself in a situation where I'll probably die. I don't want to die yet. But make a little money in coin on the side while I'm doing it, too. So.
Will you take a good maiming?
Good maiming. Oh, I've had one of those before. And he gets up and he's kind of like stretches and he like limps a little bit until he walks off from sitting too long and he starts going back into the other room.
All right.
He didn't answer the question.
I think he's fine.
I can still hear you, gentlemen. I'm just getting a refill.
Yeah, I think for now our best bet is to try to hurt them where their wallet is, and after that we can just, I don't know,
kill the Iusian wizard.
Yeah, I kind of like to get rid of that. That guy's. I think we almost have. I don't know.
I can tell you what. I went out for just a wee bit, just a tad, because Salis was giving me no play.
Right.
And she's kind of like just standing next to
that. How bad is your game?
I know. It was quite defeating to me. I understand what you're talking about. But that's besides the point. When I went out, oh my goodness, the word on the street is this place is about to blow up. Oh.
It looks like it, yeah. Although, I
talked to a couple of my friends that are loosely associated with the outfit. And I guess that there was some book of some sort that was stolen from the Iusians. And it wasn't just any old book. I guess this was actually what was fueling how do I say it? The portal connection for the one to the fiends and to the Iusians' direct route, contact, whatever it have you.
So weird. What are the chances of two books getting stolen?
It was the same book. It's our book. He's talking about our book.
Wait, what? So they're all talking about me? Am I famous?
Yeah.
So I thought it was.
I don't like being in the center of the attention.
That did it, wasn't it?
Yep. Sure was.
You've
you guys
indebted.
closed a portal for the Iusians. Am I understanding this correctly?
Well, if it's a word on the streets to be believed, then yes. It appears that the Rookroos is currently cut off. It doesn't have a direct connection or link to Ius anymore.
We should have told that to Smoke. Damn it.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that seems. Oh man, can we send like a telegram?
We'll save it for our next quarterly review. Someone take notes.
Well, if things are to be believed, you got the Iusians pissing in their pants by doing that, because I guess Krasner's coming to town. Just
Right, Krasner. I'd like to
Who's
kill him.
Krasner?
He's an Iusian wizard who I'd like to kill.
You know who Krasner is, Ash, just because you've been in town. Krasner is essentially the guy.
Ash doesn't know much, unless he was directly involved with the Nerulians. Because from the time he was 5 years old until this all went down, he was kept very, very well guarded, very well.
Okay.
In a closet somewhere.
All right, no one asked for your backstory. We're talking about killing an Iusian wizard.
Yeah, Krasner pretty much runs the Bandit Kingdom.
Oh, and there he goes. I offended him.
I'm still here.
And he's back.
So they're sending like
the big dog.
big guns. Yeah.
The big
You
dog's
know
coming
what
to
might
town.
be fun? Riot.
I was thinking the same thing. First, I want to steal the money train, but here we have these Iusian robes, right?
Right.
Why not blow up? Is there a place we can get some like explosive powder, some I don't know, some sort of boomstick, as it were?
I'm sure the outfit's got that stuff.
Yeah, no, I want to blow up outfit stuff though.
Right.
Dressed as Iusians.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You want full out. Yeah, I know what you're going for here.
Yeah.
You want a full out street war between them. Like you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Salas, do you have any?
But before we do that, we need to get to this money train.
Money train.
Because otherwise, if things go south, they're just gonna either we're gonna miss it or they're just gonna just get more security and keep it where it is.
Exactly. Money train first, then riots in the streets.
Yeah.
It's a good time for everyone.
I love where you're going. I think the money train is the perfect opportunity. The way to start. Yeah, you hit them in the pocketbooks. I agree.
Right.
Exactly.
That was my plan
I'll
from
take
day
the
one.
sheriff.
It's just been weeks, but we just haven't done it yet.
Now, I know where they meet them. I can show you the place.
That'd be great.
Could we get a few Z's in before we do this?
Oh, yeah, they're not coming in
Cover of
until-
darkness, as it were.
See here. It won't be till tomorrow night, I don't think, before they come. But who knows? They might have stepped up the timetables or whatnot.
And that's.
I mean,
What if you do a
That is-
little recon? Because they don't
Well, I
know
can
you.
go-
We're getting sort of a reputation, unfortunately, here in the city.
I've got a reputation too.
I know,
have
but
to
again,
let you know.
it's a different type of reputation. You're not connected with us.
This is true.
We've pissed off every single person
of
and
power
group.
in the city.
Right, that we've come across.
Yep.
I understand. Well, I've got one other piece of information for you that you might find interesting.
Okay, let's hear
Seeing
it.
how now you've decided to start to divulge what you're actually planning to do.
Yeah.
Now you see, the outfit people, Vig, and that fucked up crazy elf he has got working for him. They had lots of material coming into the city secret, like raw materials. It doesn't make much sense. It's like a lot of iron and types of hardwood. I think ironwood even. So it's just like all kinds of like mechanical things like gears and crap like that. I'm not really sure what he's doing with them.
He's going to
They're going
build
to
some
have
sort of.
all the beds, and their soldiers are going to be really well rested. Guys, we've got to stop them.
That's
The,
not, I don't
did
know
you
that
guys
that's the plan.
Did either of you guys describe the golems to me when you were telling me what happened with Raleigh's dad?
I would.
Nope.
No,
Damn it.
but I would say now he's probably building some sort of constructs.
That's exactly what I've been hearing. I don't know what the construct is, but there's metal men being made.
Right,
He's
metal man
constructing
construct.
bed frames. We're on the same
What would
page.
you raised in a barn?
Oh, just because I don't use fancy words like you.
Oh, I'm
raised
Raleigh,
in a
by the
barn.
way, Mr.
Oh,
Red.
hi,
Nice
my
to
name's Mark. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
Yes.
So
like
we
the
don't.
Merc-
I mean, so
Even though we've met several times in Raleigh.
Well,
you were
let's
drunk
put this-
half of them though.
Well, exactly. I was drunk and in morning. I like, yeah.
Well,
But you played along.
I can tell you this much, and this is about the last of the information that I really know. If Krasner's coming, it's going to take him a little bit, but he tends to move a little bit faster. But then, well, the word is he's coming with a bunch of boys. So I don't think he's going to be here rather quickly. But coming up from the rift at a clip, he'll probably be here in a week.
Yep.
And if he's coming up here with well, because you see there's a castle and all kinds of Ayusian troops that are stationed down there around the rift. Because there's all kinds of bandits still in the rift, you know. There's all kinds of rebels and whatnot down in there. But there you go. That's what I know. You got all that for free.
Thanks, Merc. Appreciate
Not
it.
a problem. So
Yeah,
are you gentlemen
have a
ready to
silver.
go out and take a horse ride and go see where the Ayusians stop to pick up their cash?
Is it like afternoon by this point?
Yeah, roughly.
If we can do it without drawing too much attention, sure, I'm game.
Yeah, maybe just do a little scout.
Well, to tell you the truth, from what little walking around I was doing today, I don't think there's going to be much attention you draw to yourselves. There's 2 hats. I've seen 3 fights already. I mean, not just like a man punching another man, but like a brawl. I'm surprised that the city itself hasn't already deteriorated into a full-on war.
Yep. Yeah, and at least none of us have contributed to that, right, Raleigh? Right? Yeah.
No, I totally did. Didn't you see?
Yeah.
That was all me. Like, I don't know.
It
10
actually-
people are dead right now because of me. I feel so powerful.
That actually
does
did
serve-
help.
Yeah,
I think.
it does serve a purpose. I'll grant you that.
Huh?
All right, yeah, let's saddle up, if at least metaphorically, if not literally, and
I know the perfect place. Perfect place. There's a little feller. He's down south out of, what's that? That's the funerary grave down there, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, and we could get some horses from him and then take a little ride.
I say, Salas, in this,
what? Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm already sorry. I'm engaging you in conversation. Within your magic house here, do you have any sort of magic stables?
Oh, the magic stables. No.
All right.
But if you wish to go to Outwall, you do know that you don't need to walk there.
Roller skates have not been invented, Salas.
Well, I tried telling you once before, but the big balloon got upset. There's the hatches in the ceiling will take this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should utilize that.
Let's try it. Let's try them.
Let's get familiar with that.
I mean, I'd like to ride a horse. It's been a while, but
It's lovely that I have to remind you guys of the shit I lay down.
What
you
is
laid
this?
that down during a time where we didn't like or trust Salas, and we still don't like her or trust her, but now we're just used to her. So we're more willing to listen.
Yeah. And because Salas was thick, because you got to meet Smoke again. So that was
Yeah.
She'll take you upstairs and show them to you.
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right.
So, as everybody's
Can we
heading
get back
upstairs,
this way, though?
Unfortunately, no. These are
Right, so we still need the fucking horse. So what's the use of your magic portal?
Well,
the
I
portal
mean-
will get you outside of the wall.
I mean,
without
that's
having to
something.
go through the city.
We can still get horses out there.
Actually, it is something because you guys saw. Okay, I'm just going to paint it up here a little bit. Raleigh is a known commodity
Yeah.
in Rookers. Okay, his dad is a known person, and he's just kind of lucky that there was a brawl going on because he's directly connected to the outfit in a big way, and the city's about ready to just blow up right now. So, just saying, disguising
send
one's
Raleigh
soul
out.
would be a good idea, you know.
is anyone going to explain this to Raleigh? Because Raleigh
No.
doesn't know.
We could try to explain it to him.
I mean, please.
Before we go, okay, so I vote we still take the hatch out we take it out, and then
Yeah, because it'll take it out. Well, you'll skip over all that different stuff.
yeah, and I'll tell Raleigh why we're doing this. I'll say, listen, man, you are somewhat famous in this town because of the connections your family has, right? You understand that, right?
I'm famous?
Somewhat.
That's what he gets out of
Why do we
Valley.
put it that way?
I'm famous.
Okay. So we're trying to keep a low profile, right?
Oh, low profile. Right.
Well,
Yep.
yes.
He turns
So-
his coat inside out, and he's like, "Hey."
I mean,
where the
that'll
fuck
help.
did Morgan go?
Uh,
Okay.
Yep. So we're just trying to, keep a little hush hush here, not inciting brawls unnecessarily or screaming out to people very much.
Right. Yep. You heard him, Silverwolf, right?
Yeah. Silverwolf, you got that?
I heard you. Yes.
I think you guys are on the same page.
Great.
I think it might be a good idea for you guys to listen to Wyndham. He kind of knows what he's talking about. I taught him this.
Yeah. Yep.
Look,
Everything
I'm.
So-
I love the idea of being in the middle of a riot, though. I'm not gonna lie, but I do agree that if we're gonna pull this off, we need to be subtle about it.
Exactly. So yes, let's try this out. Salas, I would love for you to show me the way.
Should we pretend to be Iusians?
Iusians, hell no.
No, let's
No,
not.
no.
Let's
I
just be
thought you were
nothing.
Tritherians.
No.
We're-
I mean,
Tritherians-
Therians are
Tritherians
somewhat
are
better than the
Ranger, right?
Iusians. That's just he got a pamphlet from some green chick after his mommy died.
You're a ranger, right? I mean, come on.
Not
doesn't-
just died, ascended to Celestia.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
a wonderful place where
Total.
you drink as much as you want, and there's no hangovers, and the food always tastes good, and the cons are always super easy.
So what was your mother's name?
Her name was Savala. Isn't that just the most beautiful name you've ever heard?
Oh, then I kind of look over at Wyndham there, and
Yep. I just shake my head like.
okay.
So yes, we should be familiar with these magical pathways. I'm gonna. I don't even have a hood. Jeez, I'm sure I could pick up something nondescript looking relatively easily though. Does Salas have a magic closet as well as an armory?
So you
What
asked
I want to know is,
Yeah,
does Salas,
I'll ask her.
does Salas person have a graveyard?
No. Why would I have a... Do you want me to make a graveyard?
I could use a body here, some bones, a body, something.
No, but I could take you to the graveyard outside of town.
Well, I can go there myself, but I thought it would be convenient if you just would have some bones or bodies.
And what do you need this
Spend another
for?
hour with us,
I'm sorry.
you'll have body.
What's that?
I'm
Well, actually-
sorry.
I can bring a companion with us if
Oh, like a Walking Dead thing.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's not conspicuous.
Exactly. I was just
No,
gonna
that
say,
sounds yeah,
Listen to the part about trying to remain nondescript.
yeah.
You dress them up, they stumble along with you. It's not a big deal. You just, your friend
Put a
just
fake
not
mustache
grabbing the
on
bar.
Some sunglasses, a big hat.
You go
don't
to
say.
their house on the weekend on the Hamptons. So,
Very interesting. No.
no, yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry, Ash. Please don't be cross with me. It's just, but I could always. Yes, I'm sorry.
All right, let's just let's
it's
just.
Not, it's not a big deal. I'm sure St. Cuthbert will provide what I need eventually.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds.
Yes.
Do you have any
Yeah.
clothes I could wear that help hide my face?
Oh yes. Yes.
Great.
And she goes like running off, and she's going up the stairs.
Excellent. Okay.
She comes running back down, runs over to Ash, grabs his hand. Oh, please come, I'll show you all.
Wait, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do we not want to look like ourselves?
I mean, the less.
Which way we going, lad? Is 1 the most or 10?
Yep.
Put it this way, Raleigh. The less you look like yourself, the better.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, well, hold on. And he like goes over in the corner for a few minutes, and he's just kind of got like he's hunched over and he's got his back to you, and he's rifling through some stuff, and he turns around, and he looks like a completely different person.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, if you could do that.
Guys, it's me. It's Raleigh.
We know.
Where's your holy symbol? I thought you were a cleric of Tritherian. Isn't that what you introduced yourself as?
I'm still learning. Soon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He hasn't spoken to me yet, per se, but I can feel him in me. Like, real deep in me.
All righty then. Well, I'll be going upstairs with the little one.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay,
So as they start to head up, Raleigh's going to try to pull Salas aside. And this whole time, he's kind of been subtly just, like, holding his side. And he pulls Salas over, and he's like, hey, can you do anything
She doesn't go anywhere
about
because she's holding on to Ash's hand. She's doing it.
So he's going to do his best to try to, like, stop her and, like, subtly, like, show her, like, his intestines really are hanging out. He's just holding them in. He's like, can you do anything for my innards?
That's terrible, buddy.
Oh, it's not a big deal.
I have needle and thread. If you want to lay down, I can sew it up for you.
Oh, Saint Cuthbert can offer you some comfort and aid should you require it. Do you require it, wannabe cleric of Tritherian?
Yeah, because this entire time, Raleigh's looked really fucking bad. It's like he's got a big old gash on the top of his head that it stopped bleeding only because it's one big scab of crusted, dried blood. You know,
thought you enjoyed being like that. I mean, I've known many people who do that to themselves on purpose every day. So I guess I didn't really think too much of it. But then I reach over and say, and may the powers that are within me give you healing.
I give myself 2 points of healing while they're talking about this.
You got 5 HP back from.
Oh wow! I feel good. That seems at least marginally better than needle.
Marginally better.
Bad spots. I mean, it is May rule after all.
Right.
We're not going to give you too much healing.
So Salas takes you guys upstairs. She does the door trick on one of the rooms again, which it turns it into a wardrobe, essentially.
Right.
So there's cloaks and different things and different types of clothing. You guys can change out anything that you want that way.
Yeah, I'm mostly just going to put a cloak over my stuff and hide my head, face a little bit more obscured.
Okay. And then basically what she does after that, she takes you back into that main room where the stairwell, this circular stairs come into, where it's got the 6 trap doors that are in the ceiling, right? So she takes the cart, the stairs on rollers, and parks it underneath one. She goes, if you exit this one here, it's going to come out south in the outwall.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it unlocked, by the way?
Yeah, if you go up and do it, it swings, and it swings up and out.
Okay.
So you're gonna go up and you're gonna do it.
Yep, I'll go first.
Okay.
Why not?
So you go up and you open it up, and it opens into an odd house.
Okay.
And you can see, like, it opens up, and how it opens up, it on one side is the ceiling, and the other side is like ground. You see the outhouse. You see the cracks in the boards that make the planks, and there's sunshine that's like filtering through, but the outhouse is empty, and it seems to be maybe even out of commission.
Okay, I'll clamber on through and.
Okay.
So does the door? Is it coming off of a wall, or is it coming out of the floor? Is it coming out of the ceiling of the outhouse? Like, where is it coming out of?
Okay, so you're talking about on the other side.
Yeah, on the other side, yeah.
When the other side, when you look at it, the reverse side is the trapdoor, wood trapdoor, and it looks on the other side, it's ground.
Okay, got it.
It's
okay.
just like the ground in which it came out of.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Sweet. I'll yell out. All right, it looks all right.
Okay. Now this is an outhouse. It's not really big, so you're gonna have to. People at a time. Merc will follow you up.
Yeah, then I'll open the door and go outside of it.
Okay.
So.
And it leads out into. It's behind some sort of like larger building of some sort of business of some sort.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll follow them.
Okay, and and Merc comes out. You come out. Take it. Raleigh and Ash follow suit.
Yep.
Okay, and then at the end, after everybody's through, if the last person doesn't close the trapdoor, then Salis goes up the stairs and she closes the trapdoor. And when it closes down, it looks like just ground, like there's nothing there.
Cool. Well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Nice if 2 ways, but 1 way is better than none, I guess.
Right. Okay. So at this point, then Merc quickly. He takes you out of behind the building where you were at, gets his bearings by figuring out where he's at, and then proceeds over to which it doesn't seem like a stable. It just seems like somebody's like large house. But then he takes you around back, and there is a barn and a fence around it, wooden fence around it, and there's horses in there. And he meets a rather tall, skinny, balding gentleman, and as he sees him, and starts going, "All right, you guys just stay here. I don't need you talking to people and fucking up what contacts I've got."
Yep.
So he goes over and he talks to the guy for a little bit. You can see some money exchange hands. He comes back over and says, "All right, he's going to bring over horses for all of us," and then that's what he does. So
cool.
Doesn't look at you guys. Doesn't really say much. He seems to just. The less he knows, the better sort of deal. And then Merc just starts, you guys just start riding out of town.
Cool.
At first, you're on the main road heading west. Actually, yeah, because it wasn't south that you guys went. That would be my mistake. So it would be west. So you outside the west gate. You're on the road, going for a little while. The outwall buildings start to thin out some. And after a while, you get into the countryside where the farms are. And those start to thin out a little bit. And then he takes you off the road. You guys ride for about, say, to get to that point, you ride for, I don't know, about an hour. And then about another 45 minutes after that, you guys are into the kind of rolling plains. And you're starting to go more in a northwestern trajectory, and you're starting to get into it's still rolling plains out in this area. What am I rolling for? Here, I just need to check my map right quick for me. Okay, got it. So the rolling plains are getting a little bit lusher as you're starting to go towards, you're going towards what will eventually lead up to the Felreed Forest.
Are we going on a picnic?
We're not going on a fucking picnic. We're going to the meat place.
All right.
And then eventually, he stops, and there's because the hills are kind of good here, and he says, "All right, we're going to have to dismount here and tie off the horses. You guys are doing this in a copse of trees, right?
Okay.
Now, I'll lead you up on foot, up a ways a little bit. Now, you see up there," and he points out a little, jagged peak of one of the hills. "There's a little bit of a wee valley over in there. And that's generally where they stop and rest, and they wait for the money coming out of recluse to be delivered. That's where they exchange it, right over in there. Now, there shouldn't be anyone there now, because they only come and you only use it when they're making their exchange. But it's, as you can tell, it's kind of secluded. And it is. It's like these hills are wooded, but they're not thick. Okay, it's not like you're getting into like an actual forest, but it's definitely a lot more, trees all over the place. You get a couple of stands here, copes there, that sort of bullshit. And so the only way you can really see it is if you're almost on top of it. So then he takes you, leads you guys along, and he leads along a kind of a crest for a little while, and then he takes you down so you're not at the crest, behind it a little bit, and he gets into a rocky portion, and he starts going really slow. And you guys can see at the opposite side of where this little valley is at. And then he, like, after a little while, he gets up and he gets down and he makes you guys get down on your bellies. He gets down on his bellies. You guys crawl, and essentially it's like a little bit of a cliff, like not terribly steep or anything. And he crawls up to it, and he's looking around, and he goes, "All right, this is it. Everybody go ahead and give me perception rolls."
There we go.
Wyndon has seen everything so far this entire...
He sure has.
High alert.
Okay. So essentially what it is, more than anything, Wyndon, you can definitely see as, and it's just like old times with you in Merc, when you used to get the lay of the land for setting up an ambush or something along these lines. He starts pointing the stuff out, and then it all starts to, you see the tracks. You see the old fire pits. You actually see some screens and like lean-tos that are constructed, and they look like they're laying down currently and set aside, but they're used later where if somebody were to come along, they can pop them up. And it looks like there's nobody there currently.
Okay.
Now, this part where you're at right now looks down into it, okay? And like he had said, this little valley is cut in between like a couple of hills, and it's not really visible from where the traffic is more towards the south or anything like that. It's wooded enough that people can be along the rim or the edges keeping watch, and because there's enough woods there, they're not sticking out like just on the top of a hill. You know what I mean?
I'll say, so this is where the money from the city, from Rick Roost, comes and is picked up by Ayuza's forces from the other areas. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it. Now, I know that the troops that come out of Rook Roost, there's at least 25 strong. These are all Iuzians too. These aren't any kind of the Rook Roostian rebels.
Right.
These are all Iuzian loyalists. Now, I can't tell you who they meet, but they're meeting someone here, and who knows who that is. But obviously it's going to be more Iuzians, but who knows what they are. So you're talking about quite a few individuals. I'm going to think that there'll probably be at least as many Iuzians picking it up as there are dropping it off.
So we're
a little bit more, I'm thinking, than just the 5 of us can take care of.
Yep. Okay.
Unless one of you chaps is a really raging wizard.
Nope, no one here.
Wyndon is a wizard.
Yeah.
Not a wizard. That's beyond my power. We need to have more mundane means of securing this. But yeah, I can see that you're right. I'm glad that this trip was for nothing there, Merc. I can tell you're right. This is definitely a hot spot of something. We could definitely...
Yeah. We could lay an ambush for them.
Yep.
But who are you going to lay an ambush for? You're not going to ambush all of them. That would be crazy. Either ambush them coming here, or you ambush them before they leave.
Yeah.
Now, I've never stayed around, and I don't know how the transaction occurs. I don't know. They might get rip-roaring drunk all together before they take off. I have no idea. But the Rook-Roostians that come out, well, the Iusians from Rook-Roost that come out, they could be gone for the day.
So I have a question to this party, to this group here. Is it your intention to cause Rook-Roost problem or IU's problem? Because if
primarily
we go after the Rook-Roostians, then that's going to cause problems for them with the Iusians. But if we go after the Iusians, at least the Rook-Roostian forces will be there to help to defend themselves.
My thoughts exactly.
I mean, I'm understanding that all the people involved in this transaction are Iusians. Just some of them
That's true.
live
That's
in
true.
Rook-Roost.
But if we would happen to ambush the Iusians that are coming out of Rook-Roost, it looks a little bit more fishy. Now, if you attack the ones that are leaving from here, who knows who might have killed them along that nice long trek going back.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, they're going to go skirting around the Fell Reef for crying out loud, and there's enough bandits in there to kill tons of folk.
Makes me wonder how they get out of here every time. But yeah. That
I don't know.
Yep. Okay, so we're thinking maybe we try to set up something to ambush them once the exchange has occurred.
Yeah, I'm thinking that would probably be best.
We could send on a animate from one direction and attack them all from the flank.
Right. An animate, you say?
Well, that's what I call them, when I make the bones and bodies stand up.
How many of those can you do?
Just one.
Yeah, well, that's not going to be very helpful.
An army of one.
Well, here's the other thing I was kind of hesitant about bringing up. You know, there's quite a few fellers in Rook-Roost that could be hired properly to come and possibly get a taste of the gold here. I mean, there's going to be more gold than any of us can take on our own.
Here's my concern about that. Right now, the main people in Rook-Roost opposed to the Iusians are the outfit, and I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of traction hiring them. If you know a nice pool of relatively neutral, purely mercenary people who we could talk to, that would be something.
There's plenty of them.
Yeah.
Rook-Roost is chock full of refugees from all over the Bandit Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for mercenaries, really.
Yeah.
Exactly. And not a lot of them have gotten in good with the outfit, if you know what I mean. They're trying to eke out a living just like anyone else. There's the Johorsian ones in particular. Those guys are quite militant. There's a couple of them. You know, there's quite a few fellers. I'm sure if given enough time, I might be able to rouse them up. But this is supposed to be happening tomorrow night, so I could get maybe a good 10 fellers.
What about
do you boys know anyone?
What about Smoky Kaz?
Ha! What about Smoky Kaz? I just met the man. He's part of the outfit, is he? I've never seen him.
Isn't he?
He said he is.
Not that I know of. But then again, I don't know everybody in the outfit either.
Yeah, he might be just pulling our chain and working on his own, but it may be worth talking to.
We didn't leave things very well with him last time.
And then we also have...
We should get him to come out here and help us, and then kill him.
I mean...
And then
you are
first maybe torture him a little. I've never tortured anyone before.
Well,
it's not all it's cracked up to be.
So, and then we also have the Tritherians.
Oh, if you boys know some Tritherians,
Here's my concern about that. If we somehow manage to wrangle them in and we somehow manage to succeed at our objective, they're going to be all like, hey, why don't we take all this gold and give it away to poor people and orphans and stuff? And I don't know. I mean, they're not going to be super keen on us keeping most of the profits here. See where
so we'll tell them that we will. won't.
We can have my mentor intervene on our behalf in that respect.
It's true. I am pretty persuasive.
Your
No,
mentor.
not you. He's not talking about you.
The one with the long snout.
Yeah,
The
so
one
we've
with
got Neruleans, we've got Tritherians.
Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean you got Neruleans?
And we've got Smoky Kaz.
Oh, okay.
Ash, you think you could actually get your other church members to engage in this? They seem a little insular.
Well, I'm sure they can all provide a animate.
Well, let's put it this way: if you do know some Neruleans, they don't really care for the Iusians all that much at all.
No, they
We
don't.
don't. They
They
don't.
don't.
Ah, wait
What
a minute.
about them
I thought you were Saint Cuthbert.
I am Saint Cuthbert. Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
There's a long story there that we don't need to go into now.
It seems to be all your stories are long and not gone into.
We
just
just
gonna
don't
point
want
that
to
out.
tell you. That's really what it comes down to.
Oh, I know. That's what the point is. Yeah.
You
Oh.
can read about it in my memoirs when they're published, like everybody else. What about the half-size motherfuckers?
Right,
Right?
yeah,
Bray?
that's true.
The Bray, who
Yeah,
think-
Wyndon, this one
Yep.
over here that doesn't like you very much.
I
wanted to
still
point
was
that out to you.
me who killed him. I don't know why.
Burke looks around. What the fuck is he talking about?
He can see ghosts. It's a thing.
Oh, you're crazy. I see what you did.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Except he knows
Fair
stuff
enough.
he shouldn't know.
Mm.
Well, I tell you this much. If you got the money, you can definitely hire the Brays, but the Brays don't work on consignment. They're not hungry like most of the mercs that I would be hiring.
Yeah.
I've got some money,
So
a fair amount of money,
the Braves
Well, how much is a fair amount?
cash up front.
like $26.
But
What is
money
that?
is not really a
confused.
problem because we can also
When did-
promise
When
cuts
did
of
you just
the.
start hanging around with all the crazy people?
When I got my Stole Soul, Merc. When I got my Stole Soul.
Hairs from a dollar.
You said it wrong, Bill.
from a dollar.
Yeah, it's been a long day for him. Solin. Maybe they're messing with me right now.
That's very true. Well, it seems to me you got to line it quite a few people. You just need to pick who you want
Mark,
to
do you
bring
have
in.
any idea
All of
what the
them.
going rate for Bray mercenaries is
It's
offhand?
got to be half the price of anybody else,
Or
right?
how much? See, well, I got to admit, boy, that's funny. That's really funny. But I wouldn't be talking like that around the Brace.
Nope.
Yeah, that
Well, it
one-
depends. How many breaks do you want to hire?
That one didn't find that very humorous.
I'm sure he didn't.
Tell
Brace
them
don't.
to fuck
You have to
over.
understand is Brace don't come cheap. They're an
No.
expensive lot.
Yeah.
They've got quite a reputation.
Yeah,
Now,
they're a wild card too. I say we cut them. Let's cross them off the list.
All right, they'd be really effective.
That's true. Well,
And I mean, if we could pay them, then that might mend
let's
some
put it
bridges.
this way. The Bray are loyal to two things. Brays and money.
Yeah.
so all right. So we've got Brays, we've got Tritherians, we've got Smoky Kaz, potentially,
Supposedly Neruleans. That
and
or
Neruleans.
maybe St. Cuthbert's or whatever you want to call it.
So
My vote is for either Brays or a more quantity over quality mercenaries.
what? Yeah, and then there's just plain mercenaries.
That's what I'm saying. They're the quantity over quality ones.
So,
Well, I could find at least a good 10 men.
but
Easy.
again, I mean, so there's 5 different opportunities. There are 5 of us. If we could
Nips
get
on the time, guys.
if we could get even, I'm ignoring Raleigh. If we could get even like 3 of them to join up,
I don't know that that's going to be a good mix.
and then I mean honestly, then let them fight it out amongst themselves once we get rid of this.
Out of all of them, I would say the two groups that would probably be the least horrible together would be the Braves and regular mercenaries.
Don't forget who worked with who already.
Who worked with who?
You forget what happened in the temple? How you met Zendra?
Yep.
You remember what she told you afterwards?
Nope.
No.
I wasn't there.
You don't, all right.
She was there to rescue her friend, is what she
No,
said.
friend,
she said
yes.
that the Temple of Tritherion was working with the Nerulians.
The
Oh, that's right,
Nerulians are
yeah.
the ones that showed her the secret way to get in.
Right. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, good point.
And granted, Three Toes is no longer around to be able to. Well, I don't think you didn't tell anybody about your conversation with Zendra, did Three Toes?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Well, other than they could be of a valuable asset.
Right.
Yeah. So nobody knows about what Zendra said to Three Toes about him.
Well, that works out because I don't remember.
That was pre-reset, right?
Yeah. So
Actually, Wyndon he just hates being in any sort of collusion, or not collusion, but the less he can involve himself in various churches, the better. But
yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of the Tritherians either, but again, if we're gonna do this,
Their acolytes right
Guys,
here,
don't
right?
you want to just see like 22-foot tall little dudes just shred a bunch of Iusians?
I kind of do.
I mean, that's the whole appeal for me. Is I just want to have that memory when I'm an old man.
Mark, can you arrange a meeting with the Braves, or know someone who can?
Of course I can.
Your friend right here could. Well, not anymore, but.
Right. Well, unlike the unsubstantial individuals, I can actually speak words.
You sure can, buddy. You sure can.
I think we should try to hire them out, and if they're too expensive, we get some cheaper muscle.
We've got
But
a lot of money.
We have a decent amount of money. Not a lot. We have a decent amount.
Well, do you now?
Maybe you have a decent amount. I have a lot.
Yeah, because you guys split it all up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have more.
And it was
They have
all in-
like-
it was all
and
in
then Raleigh
platinum.
stole Three Toes, so he's.
And I got
Yeah.
half.
Raleigh has 100 platinum, aka 1,000 gold that he took
Yeah,
off.
no, I'm sitting on close to 3,000 gold right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's burning a hole in my pocket. Let's buy some Braves. Unless they're too expensive. I'm still going to be cheap if they're too expensive.
Well, we
So
will
here's-
have to... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I still think, if nothing else, we need to at least frame the outfit.
You are so smart. Wyndon, why the fuck didn't you think of that?
I probably would have gotten there, but that is a good idea.
Yes.
Yes.
Frame job. Oh,
Well, how...
I'm close to climax, guys.
All right. How about this?
That's why I didn't suggest it.
I've got an idea for you. Now, as you know, Wyndon,
Yep.
I'm not in really good with the outfit right now.
Sure.
We had a wee bit of a falling out.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, me too.
I still know quite a few of them. And the one thing I've never told them, which was kind of been my ace in the hole, and I think you all should appreciate the fact that I've told you, but I never told them. It was in case I got in trouble, I'd go, I know where they exchanged the payment money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the outfit doesn't know about this place here, but I do. Now, I could go to the outfit and tell them about it, and let the outfit come out here with their own people and have them try and kill him and take the money. And we just sit there and wait and let them do all the nice, dirty fighting, and then we can kill the outfit.
I like this idea, actually.
That's why I was your mentor, boy. It's because I thought and I had all the great plans.
I mean, I would kind of like to go and talk to Arver myself about this plan and get in close with him.
You want to talk to him, do you? He's a bit of a crazy arse.
Yeah, he is, and I want to cozy up to him a little bit.
He doesn't cozy up to many people. I don't understand.
Well, if there's a lot of money involved,
he doesn't care about money. You got to have something a wee bit more than, hey, guess what, Oliver? I've got some coin for you. He's not going to listen to that.
Well, no, and he's going to fuck over the Iusians.
And why would he listen to you?
I've still got an in.
This one I understand. That's his blood. I mean, he doesn't like him very much, but it's still his son.
Yeah, now there's an opening after Raleigh turned him down.
Oh, you think just any elf will do? All right, well, whatever.
All right, that was racist.
Of course it was racist. It was intended to be.
Okay. So you want to go meet with Arver personally and talk to him, offering up this tidbit of information as a way to weasel yourself in further?
Yeah, although I am all for killing them all afterward.
Well, sure. Here's the problem, and if we directly contact him, he'll know. If we're gonna frame them, we want to try to make it as untraceable to us as possible. And if a bunch of outfit guys, well, I guess it could the Iusians just killed them all.
We still have robes we can plant.
Iusian robes.
All right. Well, enough of
Why
this
don't we
pondering.
go back? Let's go back,
Let's
rest
get on the
up, and we can
horses
figure
and go
out,
home.
Okay.
Yes.
and then figure out our plan. But we've got a number of opportunities here that I think are pretty good.
Merc, can you come here for a sec?
Well, all right.
All right, and I'm gonna actually palm him 10 platinum.
And I think that's just a thank you. Is that what that is?
Don't go spending it all in one place.
Of course not. I told you, Boyle. I've got your back on this. I can smell the profit.
All right. Yeah, let's ride back.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Well, that is where we will wind down the episode for tonight. So you guys have a lot to ponder and think about what you're going to do.
Crazy halflings, muscle,
yeah,
Tritherians. Who's it going to be?
Yes, it's coming to a point that all these contacts that you've made in Rookroost can be used for your benefit.
Yeah,
Just set them all up in a battle royale.
Yeah.
Just go to the orcs and tell them that we've built this this show for them. So you have this whole army of orcs. We'll surround these people and make them fight to the death.
There you go. There you go.
Wolf is gonna go with that.
I'll
plan,
attack the orcs. Yeah. I'm gonna...
So true.
Awesome.
So true.
Well, thanks, Will. This is I like that we're spoiled for choice in a way, almost.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes too many choices is a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun, though.
I mean, we could take down quite a few people just by knocking down one domino.
Well, yeah, it's sort of like World War I waiting to happen. Yeah.
And welcome Ash to the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the press gang.
Yeah.
There it is.
Awesome. Yes.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to episode 14 of Return to the Bandit Kingdoms. We will next week find out what the hell they're going to try and figure out to do and how they're going to mush it all together and make it into some grand scheme. Will this be the undoing of the press gang fanatics? I say opportunists. I always want to say fanatics. Or will this be the stroke of the first part of their master plan to win their souls back? Who knows?
It'll end in disaster.
It's possible. It's always possible. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. We will be back next Tuesday, same bat channel, same bat time. Have a good one.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.